Good afternoon and welcome from Jackson, New Jersey. And I got Coach right here nodding. I guess he didn't realize you were on. Was I a little too loud?
I was loud.
All right. So welcome to the 16U, 17U Select Sportika Gallagher Showcase, powered by BFA Sports. And for BFA Sports, I'm Al Fisher, along with my brother. Oh, we're starting right up. All right. We have number one. Hopefully Coach Gallagher will be up here to get some names. Hey coach, we got players going right now. Who do we have?
Yeah, we're not ready because there's nobody on the camera.
Yeah, I think he's cracked.
Okay, good.
I didn't tell him to go yet.
Yeah, we got a little bit of fungo reps going on here to make sure he's on point. Not only the players are on point, it's got to be coach.
Guys? Yep, we're good. All right, we can start whenever you're ready, guys.
All right, Coach Gallagher, who do we have first, number one, out in the outfield?
Rylan Fegan. He'll throw first.
Graphics being added later, Al.
Tall, lanky lefty.
Graphics being added later.
All right, so just for everybody to know, graphics will be added later when we do the post-production. Have everything in its full glory, if you will.
Okay, we got the field all prepped.
So, Coach, you said he's actually going to be pitching too?
Yes, he will.
Okay.
Rylan Fegan.
Rylan Fegan. So tell us a little bit about Rylan Fegan.
Rylan, I think it would be tough to see now, but when he gets on the mound, long, lanky body. He actually did the pitching event for us. A very bright kid. Took a few visits on the last weekend. This actually was yesterday, I believe. One of them was Princeton he went to. So he's a high academic kid with a good left-handed arm. Actually a good defensive first baseman too. So hard worker. Like I said, you can't have a body like that unless you work hard. You put the time in. He's filling out nice. He'll throw two home now.
All right, that was Rylan Fegan. Who do we have next, Coach?
Mann, Evan Mann.
Evan Mann.
They're going to be yelling the names out to me from right field.
Okay, great.
A little harder to see these guys at this distance.
So Evan Mann obviously taking some work out in the outfield. What else does he do? Anything else? Does he pitch? Is he?
No, he's basically he's an outfielder. That's what I like to see him do. Just hit the cutoff man. Lenny Masucci. Masucci will also pitch later.
Masucci, a class of 22.
Yes.
Out of Annapolis High School. Yep.
Good kid. I mean, maybe it goes without saying. I feel like I say that on every player, but it's another real good kid.
Anything with his workout routine or anything of that nature do you know about?
He's been with the organization for several years, and he does whatever we ask. I know in the past he's played infield, but he's kind of settling in as an outfielder pitcher right now. These two teams will be our 16U Select versus our 17U Select.
Nice one hop to home. Good shoot there, Masucci.
This is Blaze Masterson. And if you see players who do not have their Sportika gear, it's because they are new to our organization. And they're just wearing baseball gear. Pretty good arm strength right there.
Masterson also an infielder, too, middle infielder.
Mm-hmm. Does both.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I kind of gathered the kids and I said, come under control at the ball. There's a good example of it.
Yeah.
Your first time outside, get to the ball but come under control. I'm sure these kids, they know it's live stream, and sometimes their emotions get ahead of them. And last throw for Masterson. And this is Brendan LaValle. Brendan will also get on the mound later on.
LaValle, a class of 23 sophomore.
Another long, lanky body.
Tom's River.
That's what you guys heard me saying earlier today when our national team played the 16U Elite, how I was kind of pleasantly surprised that they were under control at every ball. There wasn't one bobble. So it just, sometimes that's the difference of these guys at this age, is just the reps and learning and seeing if they can turn the corner. Fine line, right, between being aggressive and out of control.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is Luke Foley. He's a lefty, and he will also get on the mound.
And a lot of times at this age, they don't quite understand that people are not necessarily looking at the outcome, they're looking at the process.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Foley looks like he also plays first base.
Typical lefty, right?
Yep,
Pitcher,
typical lefty.
outfield, first base. He's pretty sound fundamentally, from what I know about Luke. Like the first step there. Got a good jump on that ball.
Yep.
A lot of guys would have played that on safely on a hop, and he attacked it. This is David Olenshaw.
Yep, David Olenshaw right there.
Multi-sport guy. He's really put together if you see him up close. Again, if you guys may remember the pitching event, he got on the mound, and he's got a very mature body, very strong kid. Good arm.
And only a sophomore.
Yes.
This is cut off really well.
Yeah. Always nice to see that.
I mean, you knew yourself as a former college coach when he went out and recruited. I mean, you weren't necessarily looking at the outcome. The kid hit a home run, hit a triple or double. Hey, let's look at the process. When he goes to bat, does he have a plan? Is he going through some kind of plan?
Right. This is Andrew Lee. Some of the kids I can see from this far,
Uh-oh.
and some I can't. But I remembered him. Andrew, also pitcher. Gutsy kid. I remember coaching him last year, sub-coaching, and he had bases loaded, nobody out, came in to pitch. He had a strikeout, and then a line out. But it was nice. It's just, he was into it like he wanted to be out there. Quiet and competitive.
Just want to remind everybody there will be graphics in the post-production, so you will have everything in its full entirety.
Perfect. Tough ball.
Yeah, tough one in between.
Michael Diver. Michael was a lot easier to recognize last year. He had hair down to the middle of his back. So he got rid of it. Loves playing the game. Loves playing the game. I've seen him make a lot of good plays in the outfield. Whether it's throwing somebody out at the plate or making a diving play, he just enjoys the game. Good job of hitting the cutoff man.
Diver primary and outfielder.
Yes.
Yep.
This is
Miola.
Miola. This is
Carmine Miola.
I think this might be his brother, his twins. Let me
So
see.
you have Michael.
Carmine is the catcher, outfielder, and Michael is the outfielder. I think this is Michael.
Okay.
His mom's probably wanting to kill me right now. These are good kids, but I just wanted to make sure I'm getting those names right. Good throw. I mean, I believe it's their uncle, Tony Miola. That was the goalkeeper for USA
Oh, yeah,
Soccer.
soccer.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's some good athletic genes in the family.
I was going to say that name sounded very familiar.
I remember him. I loved soccer, and I loved watching it, and he was tough as nails. He wasn't afraid to be physical as a goalie.
All right. Do it for the outfielders. Then we'll move to infield.
Yep, we'll get the camera set up, and we'll have the infielders all throwing from short.
I think we're pretty good, right? We're in a good position.
You can
Dave.
roll right into it.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
we're gonna need Charles. So
All right.
we need a
Obviously.
brief break.
Okay. We'll go to a brief break. We'll be right back.
Perfect.
And we're back at the 16-17U Select Sportika Gallagher workouts. Moving to the infield portion of our showcase. And Coach, who's the first young man we have coming up?
We
Looks
got
like
Charles, you good?
All
number
right,
42.
Charles is all set with the camera. We're going to start off with Christian Yu. Good player, good kid, strong student. Actually swings the
Good
bat
arm.
extremely aggressively. He generates some bat speed.
Nice footwork.
He's your typical middle infielder, second short. Good actions right there.
Yep, very
nice
good.
work.
Very good.
Now Plummer.
Andrew Plummer.
Andrew Plummer, new to the organization. That's why he does not have the Sportika Gallagher gear yet. That'll be coming in next week.
Plummer out of Linden High School.
Yes.
Also an outfielder. Listed as an outfielder on here.
Mhm.
Yep.
So he'd be outfield and corner infield. Charles, he was a little shaky on that throw. Charles was a little bit nervous. Ball tailing right at him. Just want to remind the coaches, anybody checking in, that all of our infielders second, short, and third. They're working from shortstop. This is Christian Zabaka, middle infielder. He is truly second short. Mostly plays second base for us.
Looks like it might be a late addition.
Yes, he actually is playing on our 15s. We asked a handful of kids who were grade appropriate to jump in with us on this one and get, part of the live stream. As I said earlier, we were not able to do the first game. Still a little bit wet, and we needed the drying time on the sod. The sod has really responded well. Good job by Chris.
Yeah, real nice work by Zabaka. Look at his strong arm back there, too, taking that backhand.
Oh, this is
Nick Carrell?
Nick Carrell, yes.
Carrell at Colts Neck High School.
Nick, I was just talking to one of our coaches. Drew Marquinant was working with Nick the other day, and if you watch his rhythm, he likes to swing his arms across for his rhythm before he throws it. And I think all infielders have some kind of rhythm. Good range there. Drew was actually working with him to try to eliminate that because there's going to be times that he can't do it. But he's doing a good job. It's looking pretty good over there. Enough arm strength to handle that side of the infield. Nick knew the organization. Okay. Now we have Ian Padula.
Ian Padula is a class of 22 junior. Infielder and a pitcher, coach, right?
Yeah, middle infield, mostly second, and he'll get on the mound later on too. Coach Fox is doing a good job with the fungos. He's really giving them some range finders.
Fungo is an art, coach.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Noah Olivia.
Young man's a sophomore, middle infielder, and a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah. Another, you're going to hear me again say lanky body. So one of the keys is when they have that shot up of height, how does their body handle athletically? And he is that. His hands are good.
Showing really good range, too.
Yeah, good arm.
He's picking over there by the first
Yes,
baseman.
he is.
Who is this, Kyle? Okay, this is Viola.
Is this Carmine? Probably.
You're guessing, aren't you?
All right, I'm guessing. Well, because I thought Michael was in the blue shirt earlier.
Yeah, I think this is Carmine, and
That's all right. Sorry about putting you on the spot.
yeah, that's a tough one with the Twins.
Oh,
But I know
coach working them.
I believe it's Carmine that catches.
Nice. Oh, he's got a build of a catcher.
Oh, this is Outram.
Marcus Outram. Marcus Outram is a class of 23 sophomore.
Another new player in our organization. And these guys, it's their first time outside in front of us. So it's good to see them. And we have over 230 players and families in our organization. So this is really a good day to be able to see these kids.
So Outram is actually listed as a second baseman. So shortstop position might be a little bit of a bigger challenge, arm challenge, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice job.
This is O'Shea.
Kevin O'Shea.
He's probably more of a third baseman. He also will pitch. Good pick over there by J.D. Graziano.
Also has him listed as an outfielder out of Freehold Township.
Don't jinx him.
Long throw.
Two.
Got one more slow roller left. I believe this is Sharp. Yes. I want to say it's
Elijah.
Elijah Sharp.
Elijah Sharp, class of 24, so he's a freshman.
Young guy. Outfield, second base, too.
Tell you what, they're working the heck out of short hops.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Working the heck out of them.
Good pick.
Like Sharp might be the only freshman you have out of this group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last will be Ryan Everett.
So Everett, a class of 23 sophomore, plays third base and first. He's a tall kid, too.
Yeah.
He's out of Steiner.
Good program, right?
I knew you were going to say that. That's me teeing you up. Do you play golf, Coach?
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Ryan's showing just good sound fundamentals. Another Steiner guy with good sound fundamentals.
He's actually doing extremely well. Throws are accurate.
Yeah. Well, we spoke too soon.
I don't usually do the KOD. I'm not a KOD kind of guy.
Good job.
Point. Yep.
Oh, we got
Throws are on
Andrew
point.
Lee. Andrew Lee came in from the outfield, and he's going to jump in the infield here.
He said he's also going to be on the mound today.
Yeah.
So Lee taking full advantage of today's showcase.
Mm-hmm. Don't blame
Little
him.
outfield, little infield, little pitching.
Here, I'll give you some props. Scotty Giolella played for me in the ACBL
Yes.
down in West Everett. Good kid.
Yeah, Scotty, I know. Yeah.
Hard-nosed little kid, too.
Yep. Had to be, right?
Oh, yep.
Well, you know his dad,
Yep.
Richie. Okay. Now I believe this is Michael Diver. And I believe Michael came in from the outfield.
He did. Yep.
So this will be the last one.
It does say a lot about the kids and really trying to get as much work out as they possibly can in a situation like this. So,
Yeah.
kids that are playing the outfield, coming in the infield.
Right.
Diver does not pitch, though, does he?
No.
No.
I remember my son had a tryout, a pre-draft tryout with the Mets, and he took ground balls at second base, and he knew he didn't do well enough to get anybody's eye. And then I looked up, and he was going behind the plate. He hadn't caught since he was in 8th grade. He had no equipment, and I saw him. He borrowed equipment from a player, and he threw it like a middle infielder, like when he threw to second. I said, you know what? You got courage.
Yeah, that's it.
I said a different word, but I said courage. But I said, you really do. I got to give you credit. All right, now we got the first baseman. So is the camera set, or does that have to get moved?
They're going to move slightly.
Okay, so it
All
won't
right,
take
so we'll take a
long.
quick break.
Okay.
All right, we move to the first baseman now.
Size it up, man.
Ryan Koff over at first base. Ryan's also a catcher. Hard worker. We got a chance to talk a little bit about him in the previous game.
It was a hot shot. Picked it well.
Tough pick.
Hey,
Great job.
Coach doesn't hold back.
Now, Rylan Fegit. Ryan started in right field with the first outfielder today.
Yep.
He does a good job. He enjoys playing defense. He enjoys the game, but he really enjoys defense. And you like to see a first baseman that takes pride in their defense.
And Fegan we'll see on the mound, he said, too, right?
He will be on the mound for sure.
Yep.
Coach, how important is a defensive first baseman for the rest of your infield?
Well, really, I'll tell you, really important because you have no idea where the ball's going to be thrown when it comes out of the middle guy's hand or left hand or a third baseman's hand.
This is Drew
I mean,
Montgomery.
you got to be able to pick them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to know when to get off the bag and come up the line, how to go behind the bag.
Montgomery also a third baseman.
Yeah, he'll play some third. I think that's his spot where he's at right there. He can swing it. He can swing it. I mean, he's that away from being on the national team. It's just the defense, and he's worked hard at it. But he's got some bat speed, got some pop. Back to defensive first baseman. I remember several years ago when Alex Rodriguez was the Yankees' third baseman, and he got the yips. And he was making too much money for them to turn their back on him, so they signed Doug Mankiewicz for a year, and he was a plus defensive first baseman.
Yep.
This is J.D. Graziano at first now. Tough hop. That Sod was playing good in the first game.
Yeah.
Try it
There's
out.
some. Get you thinking a little bit, right, Coach?
Plus even this younger guys, this group, be a good thing if the middle infielders, everybody, all the infielders, would teach themselves how to throw the ball across the diamond on one good big hop.
Yeah, it's a good
Then
one.
you look much more efficient than
Right.
short hopping the heck out of this guy and up the line, behind the line.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do it for the first baseman. So we're going to go right down to the catchers. We need probably a short break as we move the cameras. We'll be right back. So this is Joe Butera.
We gotta do that again. One more to first. One more to first.
Going one more to first for Joe Butera out of Allentown High School. Class of 22 junior.
Like to see him gather it with the mitt.
All
Absolutely.
right, go two.
Good throw.
Yeah, real good throw.
Oh, the first thing that
work for
happens.
Butera.
First thing that happens if you don't gather with the mitt in your bare hand, your right hand goes down and your head goes up to see where the
Right.
runner is.
Who's this, Coach?
Andrew Conderso.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Caught a little bit in that first game. We want to make sure we have enough catchers because we have a pitcher warming up every inning, and the catchers always get the short end of the stick.
Goes with the territory.
Andrew, if you remember, did a great job of throwing out a runner in the end of the big inning, or potential big inning. In the first game, he threw out a runner stealing third. Larry Casey jumping up there now as the catcher.
Larry Casey out of Monroe High School. He's a catcher and an outfielder. Class of 20.
Catchers or receivers, whatever you want to call them. It's up to you. I call them receivers. First thing they always say, Coach, I didn't get a chance to hit today. How many bullpens you catch? You got 2 more.
That's the truth, right? I always used to feel bad for my catchers. I'd say, I'll get you tomorrow, and I'd say the same thing the next day. Larry's throwing a second. There we go.
Yeah, nice shoot. Good work by Larry.
This is Plummer.
Andrew Plummer.
Yeah. I think Andrew was the one that took some ground balls.
He took some ground balls, right. Yep.
Andrew will be new to the organization.
Plummer's a 23 sophomore.
Is that still Q out there?
That's him.
Still Q. He's not throwing BBs like the lefty.
No, you're right. And he'll hear about it from the lefty. They know each other well. They work together coaching the 12-year-old team. 2 of the 12-year-old teams. And then Ryan Koff. Really the first catcher that really took charge with his voice, right?
Yeah, and I think he's the same young man as earlier today, right?
Yes.
He was out there. Yeah. You could see the leadership qualities he had. Good quick
good
quick
job
transition.
out there,
Yep.
And that's our catchers.
And that's it.
All right,
All right.
we need a little bit of break, right?
Just a short break, and we'll be back with the game.
The game.
Between
Yep.
16U Select and 17U Select right after this break.
All right, and we are back. 16U and 17U select, ready to rock here at Holbrook Little League.
Noah Oliva will
All
be
right.
the first hitter.
Noah Oliva and Paulie Crivera starting on the mound for us.
All right.
Paulie, a great story. Coming back from elbow surgery. Continues to work. Continues to try to get better, trying to get his velocity up. Very bright kid, CBA student. And is out here just trying to compete and seeing what kind of interest he can get. He's a lefty. That'll help.
He's an innings eater, too. He will throw strikes. He will get contact. Defense got to play behind him. He'll change speeds. Noah got into one a little bit, but that's what Paulie does.
Yep, he gets outs. He gets outs. He finds ways.
Nice job by him.
That looked like Lenny Masucci made that
That was
play
Lenny
in left
Masucci
field.
out in left field with a good read. And this is what Paulie does. Like Dave mentioned, he comes in, pounds his own, throws strikes, and you got to play D. Right? Contact guy.
Carmine Miola. I figured it out, guys.
Hey, you got it all?
Carmine's
There
got
you
the
go.
orange
Carmine, and we got brothers. He's got a twin brother on the team
shirt. Michael's got the blue shirt. I just went down and figured it out.
from Linden High School.
It's going to keep me on my toes, too. Trying to make sure I got the right graphic up.
Nice changeup.
Is Michael the catcher too?
Michael, I believe, is the catcher, yeah.
In a blue shirt, blue and orange or whatever.
Yeah, orange. This one, Carmine. Tried another change.
Threw a change really well in warm-ups.
Yeah.
Really well.
He's not overpowering, so he needs that change up.
Oh, rung him
Oh,
up.
run him up.
Oh, man.
Quentin Hat's had enough here at second day.
We
Second game of
Yeah,
doubleheader.
We went to appeal
no
the first
patience.
base ump, but there wasn't one.
Well, we can slow that down for you guys.
Let's see.
Let's see it.
Did he go?
I'd say yes, he did.
Yeah, I think he might have.
Yep. It's a good call there by Quentin Hat, the umpire.
This has got to be Olenshaw with this body.
Oh, this kid's got tremendous power.
Strong kid.
Outfielder and a pitcher. Tremendous power. Big kid.
Yeah, he's got the frame.
Yes,
Talk
he
about
does, yeah.
projectability.
Yep.
Tell you what, Paulie gets overlooked, but he just comes out here and throws. Every time I see this kid throw, even in big tournaments, you'll look at him, you'll say he doesn't throw hard, but he just pitches.
Nice
And
piece
just gets
of
it.
hitting
And that's a
there.
nice job by Olenchuk.
That's just raw athletic ability there, David. That pitch was tailing down and away, and he just simply went with it like he was playing in his backyard with his friends. Just well done. Paulie didn't do anything wrong. 2-0, had a pitch tailing down and away, and Olenshaw went with it.
Good piece of hitting. This is Miola as well.
Here's Michael Miola.
Yep.
What did you say? He had elbow surgery? Is that what you said?
He had a little elbow tendonitis. He's dealt with it for 2 years on and off, but he's healthy now. He's worked really hard to get back. I'm proud of him. It's a kid that perseveres and just keeps on battling. It's a good shoot right there. Might have got him. He got him. That's a good throw right there.
Yes, it was.
Yes, sir.
Our catchers, Dave, they've done a nice job for themselves today.
Yeah, we'll see him pop right up.
It looked like it was from his knees from where I was.
Yeah, that was
It from
Butera.
his
He's an
knees.
Allentown catcher. He'll be battling to see if he can win. I think they've got a pretty good varsity catcher, but he'll be battling to see if he can get some playing time over there. That throw right there isn't going to hurt him.
Absolutely not.
Gonna go tweak one of our cameras there, boys. So I'm gonna leave you with the money shot, so you can keep doing your thing.
We're watching Andrew Lee warming up.
Andrew Lee on the mound. Marlboro High School, 2023. He's another kid here, just continues to get better. Goes out, competes, pounds the strike zone. Nothing overpowering, but he goes out there and keeps you in ball games. You make plays for him, and he'll keep you in any game.
Well, you got an opportunity of every game if you throw strikes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
The on-deck hitter, Carrell, is new to the organization, but just to show you that you never know who is looking at you at what time. He made a tag, a very athletic tag on one of the catcher's throws down the second. It was just a pick and a tag, and it's got me curious to see how he's going to look at the plate right now. You know, you see something and you go, okay, that looked pretty athletic. Let me see what he looks like at the plate. How does he move? How does he run? And a lot of times, that's how it happens.
Calls for the throw down to second base.
This is Larry Casey throwing the ball down right now. Monroe High School, 2023.
Nice job. Good looking, too.
And leading off here is
Carrell.
With Ian Padula on deck.
Nick is nervous right now because he's looking at the clock and wondering if he's going to be home in time for the Syracuse game. He keeps going down and telling the kids, hurry up.
I'll be out of here a little before then. Dave will wrap this up. Boy. I love Andrew Lee's makeup, Dave. His temperament on the mound.
Yeah.
Works at his own pace.
Never see him rattled.
Never. Again, he's kind of a guy who hurries a little bit at times. You got to tell him to slow down, but he does a good job. Nice pitch there. Had him guessing.
That's what we were saying earlier is this time of year, hitters usually are giving up the outside part of the plate. It's like they don't trust their hands on a ball in, and that's what we saw early in the first game. You get pull happy. I was the same way. It always took me.
Absolutely.
It took me something to the right side, right center, base hit, gap, and then I'd start feeling like I was locked in. Stay on the ball a little longer.
Staying alive.
Sometimes before you guys got a lot of these kids, you'd always hear their parents in the stands and their high school coaches say, turn on it, turn on it.
Right.
But these kids really don't have an idea what that really means.
Yeah. You see that a lot when you're doing hitting practices as well, when
Yeah.
you're working inside pitch and approach.
Because as soon as you end up saying turn on it, they go, and their hands they're already here
Right.
instead of
Yes.
staying here, staying strong.
It's good at bat here.
It's a great at-bat. It's a good battle.
Good job. Yep.
You got him.
We saw it in the earlier game, right? It was one of those things that once the hitters went through a couple times, by the time
Then
they got
they
to
came
that
on.
third at-bat, it was like, all right, well, now the tide's
A lot
changing
of
a
late
little bit.
offense, yeah.
Now I got this figured out.
This is Ian Padula.
Another Monroe High School.
Going to be a tough play.
It's a nice job right there, charging the ball by Oliva, and
a
a good
nice
scoop
pitch.
by Foley.
Oh,
And a
baby.
boy, Foley,
Good job all around.
who's just trying to play first base right now. He's really an outfielder by trade, but he looked pretty good right there with the pick.
Well, look at this. Talk about great footwork, staying through the baseball. Good arm slot, too.
It's a nice job all the way around.
Yeah,
Good
well done.
scoop.
And Ian Padula is actually a PO for his high school team.
Yeah.
Is he really?
He's actually a PO who just put the ball in play there. Yep. This is Drew Montgomery. Again, a kid that has been here for a long time. He was probably the best 50-70 hitter I have ever seen. Last year had a minor setback, had labrum surgery, missed the entire year, and then with the COVID issues. So he hasn't played in a year. He's on his way back, and it's someone that, Dave and I are really pushing for. He's matured, and he's just out here needing an opportunity here to show somebody something. He's a very good kid, smart kid. St. John Vianney has tremendous power. Good hand speed, took a healthy cut right there, and we're all pulling for him to have a good day here and continue to work hard going forward. But
I'd say he's probably, without a doubt, the most dominant hitter in this game. Well, he pulled
Well,
off one there.
Yes, he
The
did,
frame's
yeah.
undeniable.
He's going to get a single
That's
out
tough
of it.
one.
hustling down the line, though.
That's a tough
Right,
one.
didn't put his head down.
Nah, no hesitation
Yep.
out of the box.
Absolutely not.
Exactly what you want to see. It's the great Cal Ripken Sr. who once said, hustle requires no skill.
That's fair enough.
I would take that one all day long.
Yeah, me too.
I'll apologize when I get the first, but I want that hit.
Yeah. Well, I told the kids in the earlier group as they were in the dugout trying to like get loose. I said, "Hey man, the only thing you can control is hustle."
This
Everything
is Lenny
else-
Masucci at the plate right now. Manalapan High School, 2022. Lenny started out as an infielder for us a couple years ago, transitioned to the outfield, and now is actually on the mound. You will see him later on today competing on the mound. Pretty good athlete. Runs really well. And his coach talking about pulling his head out there to hit an inside pitch. There it is right there.
Yeah, so we'll give everybody at home the coach's view, as I like to call it, with the side-by-side, so you can see him try to work the run game, hold him at bay, and see how appetizing it is to potentially steal here.
Tough pitch there.
I think Hughes opened up the zone a little bit.
Andrew,
I don't blame him.
Andrew Lee's happy about that strike call.
Yeah, Q's trying to encourage some aggressive hitting.
What do you think? Is Drew thinking of running here?
I think he's going.
Oh.
This might be the one, because that was a very big lead, and he was leaning towards second. It was almost like he questioned his jump.
Just give him the thumbs up sign. Let him go.
That's another thing. You know, it's like these guys haven't been outside, so they're trying to time a live pitch, and when you're trying to steal,
Yeah, that's a good point.
trying to get the WD-40 out, you can knock that little bit of rust off.
It'll be interesting here, right? Full count, 2 out. Drew should be running on his own over at first base. Hopefully he does do that. And they're playing off him at first base.
So
Well, the video don't lie, as they like to say.
Oh, there he is. There
he
Drew
goes.
takes off. Good job by Drew.
Oh, it hit the bucket.
hit the bucket.
Well, that's going
Keep
to
going. Atta
Drew's
boy.
going to keep going, turn and
– that's a
go.
seeing eye single.
We teach our players to play just in case there is a bucket on
And
the
Lenny
field.
taking the extra base to second base. That's a good, nice base hit there for Lenny Masucci.
Well, I don't know if we got it all because it ran a little long, but you'll see the hustle play.
A good umpire would
He's
get
getting
that
in
bucket
there.
out of the way.
That's an E.
Q's taking a beating today.
Oh, man.
That was a good piece of hitting.
That was
Absolutely.
great,
That's an E10.
especially in that scenario.
E10. Rylan Fegan.
Rylan Fegan. I mean,
Two outs.
the body that he has now. I mean, Rylan Fegan works every single day on his body, on his pitching motion, his hitting motion, whatever it may be. Rylan Fegan's always trying to perfect the game. Sometimes we worry about him, Dave and I. Kind of just want him to go out there and have fun, right, Dave?
Yeah, he's certainly worked on his body.
And a very smart kid. Gets great grades. He goes to Shore Regional High School.
He's going with the wood bat, old school.
Yeah, just a little smack of the lumber there.
I love that
2022
sound.
grad. Shore Regional High School.
Yeah.
And he can fly very fast. A lot of weight on that backside right now.
Andrew's one pitch away from getting out of it, and Ryland's trying to battle.
Oh, you might have just given the. Did you just give him the KOD coach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lenny has a healthy lead at second base with 2 outs. Nice job. Good rotation there on defense.
Yes, sir.
Q, last hitter.
So keeps battling for another day. I guess he's got quite the eye for the strike zone.
Good at bat right here.
Yes, sir.
Andrew Lee doesn't have his off-speed working right now.
Yep.
A little touchy feel there.
Just took a little breath.
Yep.
He took a breath, collected himself.
Okay, we got runners at second and third. So
Love Lenny's lead at second base
yeah,
with 2 out.
that's why I wanted to
Right.
show that up right there.
Yeah, he'll definitely score on a hit easily. Leaves it up.
All right, good at bat. Way to come back in that
Yes,
at
Good
he
bat.
did, yeah.
Good at bat by Rylan Fegan. Falling behind 1-2 and battling there, so it's a nice job. We're switching sides.
All right, guys, let's step away for a second. We'll reset the frame. We'll be right back. We're good.
Yep, we are good. That is Ian Padula, junior at Monroe High School.
I like the mechanics. I know we're only going through the warm-up right here, but he's doing everything with a purpose. And I'm guessing by the speed of his windup, he's a high-tempo pitcher. Likes to work a little quick.
Yeah, he definitely does. He's grown a lot on the mound. He was a second baseman by trade, and then in high school they made him a PO. He's kind of digging it, but here for us, he's going to play both sides. So good for him. We didn't take the bat out of his hand here yet. At least Dave and I haven't. He was the one who grounded out last inning the short.
Yeah, he did a nice job. I mean, that was a tough spot to be in, but, you know, you always talk about focusing on if you're going to make an out, make it a productive one.
Yep.
And, you know, by being high contact, that's big. All right, some words of encouragement from his catcher. We are ready to rock here for another frame of baseball.
That is Andrew Condurso. Played in the first game, 2024 grad, threw the guy out at third base.
Yeah.
He's now catching as well. We're here in this next game.
All right.
First hitter will be Marcus Outram.
Let's see how Ian Padula attacks things here. Right at him with the high fastball.
Guessed fastball first pitch, he got it, but it was up out of the zone.
Yes, it was.
And just as promised, working quickly.
Yep.
Well, that's a good thing if you're consistently throwing strikes and.
Yeah, what I'm
Well-
impressed with right away is I noticed just his presence. Looks very comfortable, very relaxed.
Yeah, he's got a good temperament out there. Good pace.
Yeah, and again, I mean, he's coming in, and this is a little bit different too. I mean, most of these guys are all getting one inning of work, and that in itself is a little unique because they're so used to, you know, I'm getting a couple innings, I see a couple batters, so to know that I'm like, all right, well, I'm getting 3 outs here.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of like the way that he just seems to be relaxed. Good pitch.
Nice job there.
Yeah, and that's worthy of a slow-mo replay here. Look at this.
Spots it up. And a good frame job by Condurso.
Really nice.
Yep. And he sold it. Jumped right up.
Yes, he did.
Jumped right up.
All right, and this is one of the Miola twins?
No.
No, sorry. Whoa.
See him leg this out.
That one had eyes.
Yes, it did.
A little bit of spin on that ball.
Hit that right off the end of the bat.
Yeah, the old cue ball
He
special.
might have cupped that right up.
Little nine ball action.
Yep.
This is Luke Foley. He'll be pitching later today. He was the one who had that nice pick at first base in the first inning.
Oh, that was a
That was a great play.
Yep.
sir. Ended up with a glove of sand and more importantly the ball.
Absolutely. And comes out hacking. Good
Yeah.
first swing there. I like it.
Hey, be aggressive. Got a runner over there at first base. And as I like to say, no one's talking about their walks on the ride home.
That's true. Not today, anyway.
No. Get a good look here. He's looking a bit runnerish.
It's a good hold, a good pitch.
Yeah, so Coach Ryder, now we're talking about tempo. This is where you get to understand the runner at first really kind of paying attention to what the pitcher was trying to do.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because for me,
Heads up.
could be a good opportunity to go on first movement.
Definitely.
You know, like if he's super focused right here on the batter, which we've been talking about,
Yep.
be interesting to see if he has a jump, and this is a good look. Ooh. Apparently we have him wired for sound.
Apparently you influenced him to throw over.
That's the other interesting part too. Cat and mouse game. You guys are in the same organization. You get to know these guys for a period of time, and so you kind of no strengths and weaknesses a little bit better than most. Oh, nice shot.
Oh, double play ball.
Double
Taylor
play
made.
ball.
There's one.
There we go.
And there's two.
Bang.
Good turn there by Christian Zabaka.
There's the
at
first
second
one
base.
today. First one
First
today.
double play ball of the day.
Well, let's take a look at it. Taylor made. I know we got the switch going right as the pitch was coming, so stay tuned for that.
And that's a pitcher's best friend right there.
Yeah. Look at this.
Carrell started it. Good turn by Zabaka.
Bang.
Rylan Fegan stretching it out. Nice job. First double play of the day.
Yeah, well earned, well deserved. So as we switch sides, we'll step aside for just a second. Be right back. Welcome back. Holbrook Little League, home of some historically fantastic baseball programs. And today, Sportika Gallagher, 16U, 17U select workout. And, you know, Coach, it's that time of the year where we're waiting on equipment and jerseys and all that fun stuff. And so I know that my eyes are as bad as yours. We're a little farther away from the field, so I think we might have misidentified somebody. So
Of course.
It's on me.
So the leadoff batter was Michael Miola last inning, who unfortunately struck out. And then Marcus Outram got a nice line drive, ended up getting a base hit out of it. I want to make sure we give him that credit. He does not have on that Sportika Gallagher uniform yet because he didn't get it yet. He'll be getting it next week.
He's playing second base now.
Yeah, he's at second base, and David Olenshaw is on the mound.
Big fan of this kid, Dave. Very big fan of David Olenshaw, and I know you had him in the past, right? And then then the merger came over, and then he left, and now he's back, right?
That's correct. He came back, and he's a multi-sport kid that you want every kid to have the opportunity to experiment in any sport that they're good at. He's just a big, strong kid.
All right. And
Butera, the catcher, is a hitter. He was disappointed to walk up to the plate with the bases loaded and find out last inning we rolled it over. So he didn't get that opportunity to bat with the bases loaded and 2 outs. But we are keeping our pitchers on a limit, trying to keep a pace to the game and give everybody an opportunity. Butera threw a runner out at second earlier in the game, stealing.
oh, swing and a miss.
Yep.
Got Butera chasing the high cheese. I thought somebody was talking about cheesesteaks earlier, so maybe that one you call it whiz?
I love cheesesteaks.
Oh, man.
Always on my mind.
I don't like whiz, though.
It depends. It depends where you get it. Sometimes you can go whiz, but you got to have onions, that's all. But anyway.
True Philly guy.
This is Evan Mann. Evan Mann at the plate. Plays the game hard, hustler.
I told you what I say about Philly. Rocky Balboa and their cheesesteaks. That's about it. Taking command here at shortstop.
Yep.
Noah
Oliva. Yep, taking charge. Olenshaw getting 2 quick outs here.
Easy with it depends.
That'll bring up Masterson.
All right, these guys here, they're attacking a lot of first pitch
Yes, they are.
swings.
They really
I'm like, hey, I can't even get their graphics up.
That's a little later in the day. Guys are up a little bit here.
Yeah.
This is Blaze Masterson. You got to be able to run if you have a first name of Blaze. What are the 2 places? Geno's and Pat's, right?
Geno's
Philly?
and Pat's, yeah. Then you got Nick's Roast Beef. That's actually very underrated, but if you want the best cheesesteak in Philly, the best,
Is it?
you go to Del Sandro's in like Roxborough neighborhood off of Ridge Ave. That's where you go.
Evan Mann. Nice swing.
Nice
No,
diving.
that's Blaze Masterson.
Stop.
Blaze Masterson.
Blaze Masterson with a line drive base hit to left. And what I like about that, with 2 outs, nobody on, our infield's getting dirty.
Well, look at that's just it right here. Nice hit, but
Yep.
should be able to catch up with the shortstop. We just got him.
But I love that he
Lay it
laid out. Yep, but
Lay
I
it
love
out.
that he laid out. It's a great job there.
2 outs. You got Christian Zabaka.
Christian Zabaka, another player that's been on our program for a couple years now. It's nice to see him grow, not only physically, but as a mature man. He's going to be very successful no matter what happens in baseball, but he's really starting to grow into his own here. He's always been a very good defensive player, probably about my size when I played. So I have a lot of respect for him, but he's got a very good arm, good hands, and he's getting better here every day. Like to see him do something here at the plate. He's a sophomore 2023 grad at Manalapan High School.
Good block and control by Larry Casey behind the plate.
He's a rock back there, Dave. Remember last year he caught almost every inning for that team and never really complained. He said, my legs hurt, but he still couldn't go out there and block baseball. So a lot of respect for Casey back there behind the dish. Christian chasing a high fastball out of the zone there.
Got a gigantic lead over there at first base.
Yes, he does.
So that's why I went split screen, because I got to –
Like to see him run.
Well, like Dave said, his name is Blaze, so want to see him get going here.
Oh,
It's a good hold there. Tough pitch. 1-2. Been telling Christian, Dave, and talk about hitting. Just want him to start being more aggressive early in counts and go hunt fastballs. You know, for a guy like that, they're gonna attack you, right? I mean, I lived it my whole life. They're gonna go right at you.
Take
so.
advantage of the fact that
Yep.
they're going to come after you.
Yep.
all right.
You know why Q
Q.
called that a ball?
Yeah.
Because Olenshaw could body slam him.
So 3-2 again. Let's see if
He
Blaze,
went, ball.
let's see if Blaze is running here. 3-2 count with 2 out, and he is. So good job for him. Christian fouls it straight back. Good job there. Good job all the way around. And Olenshaw making sure he earns it here. I think Olenchuk's other sport, Dave, was soccer. If I'm,
Was
you
it?
may as well go now.
I
Go.
believe so.
Foul ball.
All
Christian
right,
with a good
Christian's
at-bat here.
battling.
Yeah.
He's fighting.
What a good at bat here.
That's in the backyard.
Dave's going to go get it later when he knocks on the door.
We got a full bucket. Down to about a third now.
Yeah, that's an expensive day
It
from
is.
the old Pearls.
It definitely is. Everybody keep running. Let's see who
No
takes
man's
charge
land. All right.
All right, it's Miola.
here. That's
That's
out
out
Ram. That's out Ram.
I thought that was the one I got wrong.
Yeah,
Okay, it was.
It was, but
All right.
that's out Ram taking charge there. The final play.
It's all right. It was, but it wasn't. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, man. Nice to see these guys playing some solid defense, and that'll obviously retire the side, and we'll step aside as we get a new arm out here at Holbrook Little League.
It's a good job.
All right, and so we are back for Sportika Gallagher. 16 and 17U select, call it a preseason extravaganza. So we got a workout scrimmage going.
Yeah, the idea behind this, guys, was this is all of these players' last day with us, and they go off to their high school team. So this is a really good event to give them a chance to show themselves, get outside, and if they can spark some interest from a school, fantastic. They go out. Division III schools can go out and watch them in high school, but Division I's cannot.
Yeah, and even at that, it's kind of with the way that the schedule is actually set up this year, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because you got a high school season starting a bit later, and they're stretching out even the collegiate season into towards the end of May almost this year.
Right, yeah. So while Ryan is loosening up, back to food. So the Philly cheesesteaks that I don't know if it was Pat's or Gino's, but every homestand they would leave several cheesesteaks outside of our locker room door.
Oh.
And if you were a non-starter, then it made sense to go and grab one. So I always looked out there. I love those cheesesteaks. But I did the same thing in a Dodger game. I ate a Dodger dog. It's a foot long
Yeah.
because I wasn't starting the game. And it was laying probably like right about here.
Oh,
but I'm thinking I got at least 5 or 6
good.
innings. Nope. Joe Orslak argued a strike.
Gets tossed.
And he always was in a bad mood. And I'm thinking, like, if he gets thrown out, I got to go in there. And I'm yelling, "You're all right. You're all right. Still got 2 left." Next pitch, he fouls off. He's still barking at the umpire.
In the middle of the at-bat, he chucked him?
He struck out. And
Uh-oh.
I'm thinking, just walk away. He took 2 steps, and then he turned around. He said something. The umpire threw him out.
Oh, Lord.
And then I had to go I felt like that hot dog was like in my esophagus. It's terrible.
That's a great story.
It's a bad story if you're me. This hot dog tasted good, but not at the right time.
This is Mikey Diver leading off.
Michael Diver leading off and Ryan Detlinger.
Again, another kid who has supported Dave and I for a long time now, and again continues to get better.
I'm really happy for him.
Me too. Me too. He's getting bigger. He's an outfielder. Marlboro High School 2023 grad, and I like the aggressiveness. Mikey Diver. Atta boy. Hope he can hear me.
Well, we're not far away from him, so he probably can.
First pitch, another guy that I want to see hunting fastballs early in counts this year, being more aggressive because people are going to attack you when they think that you're not going to swing, and just because there it is.
Scott want to
That's a
hold
good
it out
job
one.
there.
Hit it well. Lenny
Yeah,
Masucci.
Deep part of the
Hit it
park
nice.
there.
Hit it very well. It's a good piece and a nice job by Lenny Masucci out and left. Good read out there.
Man, oh, man.
I'd like to see somebody come out first at bat live and do that.
It's a nice job by Mikey Diver.
Yeah.
He should feel very good about that at bat.
He connected on it quite well.
This is sharp. He was the freshman. He's our only freshman here, I believe. Elijah, right?
Yep.
Yeah. 2024.
He's got a great body. Athletic
Yeah,
build.
way athletic build. Looks like a linebacker.
He does. I wouldn't mess with him.
No.
Ryan on the mound, left-hander, and just trying to get command. Right, he's been working on it. We're trying to give him the innings on the select team, see if he can find it. He puts the time in.
Well, he's got the pitcher's build.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
He's got length to him, wiry. He's got a very loose arm, it looks like.
Sometimes it comes together late for some players, later than others.
Yeah.
I like it,
Hey,
3-0.
That's a good piece right there. Nice play over at third.
You gotta
Real
like
nice job.
Elijah
There you
Sharp
go.
saying a walk's not going to help me.
Yeah. Well, get a chance to see good hack, but smooth as the other side of the pillow, making it look routine. And look at the hustle from the catcher, getting down the line.
Gotta love to see that from the catcher right there.
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful.
This is O'Shea, Kevin O'Shea.
Kevin O'Shea, 2023 grad, Freehold Township High School. Starting him off with a curveball in the dirt there.
Think he's Irish.
Well, yeah, but he still probably eats a lot of pasta. I'm just gonna guess.
Speaking in Irish, I think I might have mentioned it. I keep going back to food. That means I'm hungry. My mother-in-law is making corned beef and cabbage.
Oh man, you should have had her out here with a tent today.
And Reese Maroney's dad made me an Irish soda bread.
Oh man,
That's going to be dessert after
Dave,
the
you're not
corned
supposed
beef.
to be eating that stuff.
I know. I can get away with it for a day.
oh
see.
man.
This battle with Kevin O'Shea and Ryan Detlinger. A little bit up. That's me.
So Bellinger doing a good job here throwing strikes, right? Showing a little bit of command, throwing his curveball early in the count. He's doing a nice job here. Really does look the part on that mound. He really does.
I'm going to give Mark later, Al's brother Mark, a shout out because I know he works with Mark. You almost feel like I use the word feel. It seems as if Ryan does feel for his way through it right now.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'm sure that comes from lack of command. And I'm sure Mark is telling him, I'm not going to pretend I know enough about pitching, but I'm sure he wants him to be athletic and let it rip. He's Someday it may be there.
Oh, man.
Kevin, a good piece.
Put a charge
Out to
into that
center
one.
field.
All right. Clean inning.
I would say so.
It's a nice piece by Kevin O'Shane and a good job by Ryan Dellinger.
That was Evan Mann in center. Pretty reliable out there.
And it looks like these guys got your memo, because that's a fast switch
That's a
here
quick,
between
yeah.
innings.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I saw some of the grass actually burn. And I know it's new, but there's some speed there.
There was.
You know what? That's a good part. It's a big part of the game. I know it's not part of the score, but just getting on and off the field. I
Gotta
think
look the part.
There's a certain way to play the game, respect the field, the people that are here.
Body language and mojo, man. That goes a long way. And you talk a lot about sometimes you're evaluating players and evaluating talent, and it's a situation that, hey, these guys seem to be pretty equal. When all things are equal, however, it's what doesn't show up on the data sheet, which really ends up mattering more than I think a lot of these guys understand, so many little things.
Well, when you look back to the first game, I was listening to Dave. He told a story about how he was talking to some kids and Ken Griffey showed up and everybody's eyes went on him.
You're right.
My eyes would have stayed on you. You know why?
Why?
You always wear your hat right.
That's a very good point.
You better be as good as him if you're going to wear it backward.
man.
I've
And
had
he
a
is
couple
good.
coaches that said the same thing, like, hey, you become Griffey, you can wear the hat any way you want. But until then,
I had a chance, Nick knows this, I had a chance to go to his house a few summers ago
really.
with a couple of guys. It was kind of talking business, really. But, I mean, man, what a house. It had, I want to say it was 9 garages.
Wow.
8 of them had cars, and the other one just had toys, but like men's toys,
Crazy.
It was like you were looking at a hotel as opposed to a house. But, one of my favorite things was there was a family portrait, a painting, and I thought, you can see by looking at the painting how he has such a close-knit family and how family is a priority to him.
Gratefully so.
Made me admire him even more.
So we got another southpaw now.
This is Luke Foley, lefty.
I like the way Luke looked warming up right there.
I just like the way Luke competes. Getting to know him a little bit here the second time through Sportika Gallagher. He's just a really good kid, and he just competes. Again, multi-sports. I believe he plays soccer. If I'm wrong, Luke, I apologize. I'll listen better. But I'm pretty sure he's a soccer guy, and I'm going to be interested to see how he looks here in the top of the fourth.
Christian Yu leading off.
Christian Yu.
Christian's not afraid to swing the bat hard. Never has been.
And he's growing, Dave, and he's getting big.
Yep.
That last short story shows me you've grown with the game and I haven't.
There's Christian Yu
That
swinging
ball might carry.
deep in the center.
Look at Christian.
Yeah,
Look at
back up
that.
against
How
the wall.
about that?
A foot in front of the center field fence.
Christian Yu making good contact there to deep
He's
center
not
field.
that little guy anymore.
Put
Yeah,
a
he's
charge
not.
into one, man. Put a
Yes, he
charge
did.
into one.
Good for him.
We're in Cooperstown 2 years ago. Down by 3 runs. True story. Top of the 6th. I'm coaching Christian Yu, getting to know him for the first time. He hit a grand slam with 2 outs on a pitching change, and we took a 1-run lead. And I remember saying to him, he looked so nervous, Christian Yu. I said, hey, do me a favor. Just swing and put it out. And he did it. And it was unbelievable. I think for the rest of his life, he thinks whatever I tell him is going to happen. So
JD, right?
this is J.D. Graziano. Yep.
Careful over there.
It's out of play, right? J.D. Graziano, again, been a big supporter of our program. Plays first base. 2023 grad, Colts Neck High School. And he'll be pitching later on today, too.
There's a lot of pressure on you. Don't let that kid down. Keep telling him good things.
Exactly. But he's finally grown here, and I think he's gonna have a great year, Dave, for us and for his high school team. Christian Yu's a great shortstop by trade. He really is, and he just hit a pretty nice shot to center. Might seen JD going up here swinging.
Who's calling it?
It's gonna be Foley.
Luke Foley calling it. Rarely you see a pitcher call it and get it.
Yeah, you got a PDP, man. Play that position.
He did.
PFPs all day.
Yes, sir.
Ryan Koff coming up now.
This is Ryan Koff. He was here earlier today. We want to thank him, obviously, for catching a lot of the bullpens earlier for the first group, and now he's got an opportunity to play. 2023 grad, sophomore for Yale Township High School. Had a really good year for us last year at 15 years old. He led our team in batting average
Josh, check your cable. Lost picture.
with 333 average.
The SDI. There you go.
Always makes contact and solid contact for the most part. So it'll be good to see him here in his first at-bat and plate appearance. He should be catching here later down the road. But a very good kid, coachable kid, still getting better.
He had a lot of clutch hits.
He
for
really
you
did.
last year.
Good at-bats, working on his body. It's a good, healthy cut right there.
As it was.
looking to put one out of here.
You know what? That's what he should do, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, he's not going to be stealing bases. I mean, that's one of the things I said to the kids earlier is if you run, and if you hit, take some chances. Take some chances. You know, some guys, the college coaches know that, if you're going to help them as a corner infielder or, middle lineup guy, you got to hit ball a long way and you're going to drive in runs.
Absolutely.
Did he get enough of that?
Good piece. Deep to center.
Yeah, another
2 hard hit balls there to center field.
couple warning track shots.
Yep.
Why not?
Good cut there. I'm telling you, he always with 2 strikes puts the ball in play, like changes his swing. He does a nice job. Ryan's a good hitter.
Yeah.
All right, so good hustle
Let's see if
by
they
the
hustle
defense.
out.
And he got out in front of that just a little bit.
Yeah, he struggles a little bit.
Just a
We've been
little
working
bit.
on trying to let that ball get deeper a little bit. He's got good hands. And I believe we have another lefty on the mound now.
Yeah, it's like Southpaw U over here.
Rylan
Sportika
Fegan.
Gallagher.
Rylan Fegan. He's worked very hard this winter, Rylan, on his body. I mean, look at the way his body's changed, Dave. I mean, can you imagine 3 years ago when you met him, the way he looks now? He's worked extremely hard.
I think Ryland's going to have one of those decisions that often these kids have when they've done their job in the classroom academically, and that's their priority, as it should be. Does he choose a school that's high academics where he can play baseball, or does he choose a school where he's just going for academics and plays club or something like that? Because he is a lefty with a good arm. But I just, I feel like it's sometimes the student athletes don't give themselves enough credit for how hard they've worked in the classroom. You can do both, but there's some prestigious schools out there, and if you have the academics to get into them, you hate to push that aside just to play baseball. I mean, we're baseball guys, but that's still how I feel is if you can do both and want to do both, great, but that's a sit down with your family and talk about it.
Yes, it is.
He's got a really good frame to him, though, too. You're talking about all the work he's been doing here in the offseason. I think it really shows, and he's another guy that he was a standout performer, in my opinion, when we had the indoor event.
He did really well.
This last month. He really did. Worked his pitches around the zone very well, had confidence, and mixed it up. And
I've played with guys who are analyzers. He's one of them. He's an analyzer. Every swing he takes, he's evaluating his head if there needs to be an adjustment, every pitch he throws. And I've seen guys have success doing that, and then I've seen other guys have success who seem to just be using strictly their athleticism. And like Michael Doran from last game, and how we were talking about, he plays like he's playing softball in his yard. There's different ways to have success in this game.
well, and there's so many different roles to be filled. That's the other piece.
All right, let's see. Yeah, Plummer. And this is Andrew Plummer leading off against Rylan Fegan.
Rylan Fegan.
Good fastball.
I mean, Quentin was so quick to call a strike right there.
This is starting to remind me of Lefty U in Philly.
This game's moving right now.
Yeah. These guys got they got the message.
This game's
Pretty
moving.
firm right there. It's a pretty firm fastball.
Oh yeah.
It explodes out of his hand. He does a much better job now, just not throwing with his arm. He's pushing off with his legs. It's something he's really worked on throughout the years. Very proud of Rylan.
Yeah, glad to see that was a fastball because he obviously beat Andrew Plummer on the first fastball, so you don't always have to go 2 strikes to something slow.
I think that's a big thing with just learning how to pitch.
That was smart.
Oh.
That's a nice job.
Yes, it is.
That's a really nice job.
Yeah, I mean the location on this thing. Did you see him here on the put-out pitch?
Yeah, he buried that in.
Nothing you can do. That is a handcuff special.
Larry Casey up to the plate.
Larry Casey.
Whoops. Ryan Koff and Ryland Vegan having trouble getting on the same page on that first pitch. He started with a breaking ball. That's what he wanted.
Hey, Josh, give me a quick shot of the pitcher. I just want to bring something up for you guys real quick. So real interesting of how he kind of holds the ball out in front. So he's doing a pretty good job of actually deceiving.
Stay with it.
He's doing a pretty good job of deceiving the hitter from a timing standpoint. And that's unusual because a lot of times you see guys try to hide the ball from behind their body.
Right.
But he's actually, with the elbows,
Yeah, that's a great point.
it's real deceptive. Like I'm telling you right now, that ball coming
that's
inside.
That's a great point. He hides it really well. It's a nice job. That's a good pickup by you.
So we know him. I want to ask Coach, what do you think of just simply his mound presence?
I'm listening.
He wants to know what you think.
Oh, I think he has good mound presence. He has an idea of what he wants to do and how he wants to go about it, and he's trying to get it done.
And he's so darn locked in out there.
Yeah.
We
And
know
he's-
him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of for me. It's
Well, you
one
know-
of those things that stuck out to me, which is why I kind of wanted to highlight him a little bit here.
This
Now
is
it's-
Andrew Lee hitting now.
Andrew Lee is at the plate now, and I know Dave touched upon it, but Ryan Koff is catching for the first time today,
Really?
which is 2023 grad, and obviously was here all morning and didn't get into the game previously. So Ryan Koff is back there catching now.
Outstanding. Doing a nice job, too.
Well, I've told him to work on his leadership skills. You mentioned previously in this inning about him talking to Ryland, making sure he's on the same page. That's what he's got to work on, being the guy back there and taking control of the game. And Ryland looks very impressive right now. If I'm a coach watching him, I like what I see from Ryland Fegan.
Just locked in.
And going back to Koff, the catcher, he was the first one to be yelling out the commands when we were going through
Yes,
the workout portion of it.
Yep, you mentioned that earlier today.
Went to a 2-1 breaking ball. Andrew Lee's got a 3-1 count.
We're good, Josh.
You would guess he's going to get a fastball here, you would think.
And he should be all over it.
Missed up.
Andrew Lee's not sure about ball 4, but there he goes and
Yeah.
drops the bat and gets down there.
But I'd be willing to bet what you brought up, that's one of his idiosyncrasies, with staying in tune with what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good call.
Back up to the top of
Yep.
the order, Noah Lee.
Noah Oliva. This kid's always smiling, Dave. Noah. I've never seen him in a bad mood. I said, you have no issues, huh? That's a nice aggressive secondary there by Andrew Lee at first base after the pitch was delivered by Ryland. I like to see Ryland here and how he holds the runners on, because that's part of growth where Ryland's at right now.
Big lead.
Very good, healthy lead.
Good job.
Good job by Ryland.
But see, right now, he should probably quick pick right now on that third step out.
Oh, he called him sleeping.
Coach Q says he's safe. Coach Q was sleeping. He wasn't even sure.
Yeah.
There he goes now.
Oh, that's a great jump by Lee.
True,
did.
baby.
Courtesy slide.
We'll have to go over some sliding techniques, Dave.
Yeah.
But,
Because as soon as he's got to that third step, he
Yeah,
should
he-
have picked in because he was.
yep.
Yeah, he
crosses
went on
over every
first
time.
movement,
Yep.
as you can see, and
Yep.
no hesitation there.
See if Ryland can fight through this. Got throwing a lot of pitches up now.
Yeah.
He can make an adjustment, get the ball down.
Oh,
There you go.
No,
all right. You know what? I like it, though. Good
Yeah.
backup by the center fielder. Why not?
being aggressive.
Yep. If I'm Andrew Lee there, I see that ball tail, I'm going right to third.
Yep.
Right? Because that throw was off right from the start.
And actually, what he did, he stood straight up.
Yeah. Yep. And that's something he's starting to try to work on. I think once he gets a little more physical and a little better condition, that'll
Yep.
help definitely with that. And that's what he's been working on his body in the all season.
Carmine Miola.
First and second here, 2 out.
He's about to balk. Oh.
Dave, take a mental note. Why our runners did not run there with Ryland Fegan from the windup.
Somebody better let him know.
Yep.
There you go.
There he goes.
I'm sure it was Quentin Hack coaching up our guys out there.
Another big lead by Andrew.
Oh, just got back in there.
Andrew Lee's very aggressive on the bases. I like it, especially with 2 out here.
There goes Andrew.
Let's see Ryan show it off.
Oh, baby.
Good throw.
Good throw by Ryan.
Yes,
Quick
it
release
was.
there.
All right, well, we can take a quick look.
And the guy from first followed to second, so good job by
That's
Noah.
a good job by him, too.
Yeah, that's a good job. Good baseball right there. Good job. Andrew just had way too good of a jump.
Yeah, you weren't be
You
able to
weren't
get
throwing
him.
out.
Nope.
Good throw by Ryan, and I'm very happy to see Noah leave a follow. 3-0 count here. Ryland's missing up now. Got off to a really good start here. I'd like to see Ryan call time. Last batter, Dave.
Yeah.
Let's let him know. The last batter coming up. We got bases loaded, 2 out.
And the big man up, David
Yeah.
Olenshaw.
I love this kid. I
He
really
had
do,
a
Dave.
rocket of a line
Yeah,
drive.
I really do love this kid. He can hit.
Well, that's even a case when you get more mature as a receiver, when you see first and second, and a
Right.
guy on second get that big jump, and you just throw it right through
Trail
second
runner.
base.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good
Go
point,
right
Coach.
through to him.
It's a good point.
Don't even. But that comes with maturity and everything, and understanding the game and why you want to do certain things.
Yep.
Like to see him go to the breaking ball here just because
I
he
think he
lost
tried.
the
I think
field.
he
Yes,
tried.
yeah.
Cool.
He just threw a breaking ball.
There's that timeout you were looking for.
Yep.
I mean, if the ball goes in the dirt, short backstop, it's probably only going to go that far.
Yeah. Maybe that's a play here.
It could be. It could be.
Boy, boy, Riley. And a good take by Olenshaw. That's a mistake right there, right? 6 in a row.
Yeah.
He's got to take that pitch.
So here's the other thing I like, the big lead out at second base, which is kind of ISO on the runner right now.
Yep. I mean, there's no doubt, right? He's scoring on a hit.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Look at that lead. Quentin Hack gave that to him. Quentin Hack gave that to him. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, right?
1 and 2, I think.
1 and 2.
Good block.
That was very good. Yeah.
Good job by Ron there, yeah.
That's a run saver. Coach Ryder, I got a runner at third, be a wall. I know you don't like that
Steve,
cliche.
you know how much I
I know you don't.
You know how
I know
much
you
I dislike
don't.
that
I
cliche.
know you don't.
Attaboy.
Ian, good range.
Oh,
Hey,
Nice,
Padula,
good job.
Attaboy.
Little flash. All
Attaboy.
job,
Ian
good
Padula.
That's a big play at a big time.
right, I'll take another
Yep.
look at him.
It's a nice job by Ian.
Ian Padula showing some range there, second base.
Yes, he did.
Oh, with the
Good
spin.
footwork there. Throw, JD
Oh, and a
with
good
the stretch.
stretch.
And he finds the bag. It's a good job by JD, too.
All right, so we will change sides and take a quick pause. Stay right here for more Sportika Gallagher. This is Lavalley.
Yep, so Kevin O'Shea is now on the mound. Freehold Township, 2023.
And Lavalley is our hitter.
And looks like Larry Casey's still back there handling the duties. Is that Larry Casey still, Dave?
Yes, it is. Larry's.
Kevin O'Shea with a good start here, throwing strike one.
Brendan Lavalley is the hitter. Good play by Noah.
Tell you what, Noah doesn't look flashy at all times. He gets it done, though. He really does.
Just smart the way he didn't fly through it. He kind of knew the speed, had an idea of the speed of the runner.
And let's give Larry Casey some credit sprinting down the line there.
Yeah,
as our catcher.
All of your catchers, man, I've seen them. They've all busted right out of the box.
Yeah, I work with the catchers.
You got to give Dave some kudos here.
Only the good stuff I work with. This is Condurso, right? Andrew
This
Condurso.
is Andrew Condurso.
Just have him get a better angle next time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a track meet.
Let us know when you
track
want.
meet to first
Let
base.
us know when you want to come work with our catchers. We'll bring you on in. Kevin's whole thing on the mound's always been just getting ahead of hitters and having a pace, right? Kevin, good job there. First batter, got ahead, strike one, got a ground out. Here we go, 2 balls in a row. This is where Kevin needs to really start to get better here on the mound if he's going to try to pitch at the next level. So very important here for Kevin not to lose it. Looks like he's kind of aiming here on those last 2.
And he's definitely got the flat brim going.
Yes, he does.
You could make a sandwich on that.
Yeah.
Flat brim guy, huh?
Again, just another kid, though, that is still getting better every day. It's a good job there.
I'll bet you that LA hot dog would sit right on there all day long, just like it sat in your stomach.
It was so good. It's so heavy. It's that heavy. Lost him.
Ball forward to Condurso.
So where? Let's see here. Back up top, right? Yeah, Carrell.
To the top of the order here.
All right.
So we got a runner on first, 1 out.
Thanks for the opportunity, but we'd have to see if our philosophies fit in from a receiving standpoint.
Hey, I'll lean on you. I'll lean on you, believe me. I think that's one thing that we do a little different where we're at. So we let the coaches get involved. Dave and I really – I've always given Dave credit, playing at the MLB level and not really coming in there with a hitting philosophy. We kind of let the coaches do their thing and, leave their mark on the team they're coaching in the age group. So I think that's a very good thing for us as well.
Always been a big believer, and there's obviously basic fundamentals that have to be taught. But with hitting, I've just have played with and against so many guys that do it differently and
Right.
have success. And I enjoy conversations. There goes Condurso. Larry throws.
A lot of tail on the ball.
Yep. Good jump by Andrew Condurso, stealing that base.
Yeah, no hesitation.
Yep.
The one part about the game I never understood at the highest level is that
It's a good
I
shot.
felt like pitching coaches on major league teams, if you gave them a month to watch their own hitters hit, they would know exactly how they would try to get their own hitters out. And I always thought that would be a valuable meeting. Have the pitching coach come in and talk to your hitters about how they would pitch to you. Because that's pretty much what happens when you face other teams. You have
Right.
major league pitching coaches talking to major league pitchers on how to get you out. That would be a nice secret code to know.
Right.
Yeah, without question.
What you're really going to hear is what your weaknesses are. As hard as it is
Yep.
to hear, it gives you something to work on in practice.
Absolutely.
He's looking a bit runnerish over there at second base. I think he's going for third here.
Yeah, Condurso's a catcher, but he can also play second base, and he can run a little bit. The catching part, don't let it fool you. He can run.
Well, even the last game, and as far as he's going this game, I like the fact that you keep saying throw inside more.
Mm-hmm.
High school, what is it? Fastball, low and away.
Right,
Fastball, low and away.
Yeah.
Or unless you got a guy that can really pitch backwards really well.
Good swing there. Nice healthy cut.
That's what Pedro Martinez did so well. He pitched in. Wasn't afraid. It hit you, but, it made a lot of guys angry, but it also opened up the outside part of the plate.
It's a nice job by Kevin O'Shea there.
I think that's 2 outs, right?
It's 2 outs. Yep.
Yeah, Martinez was a seesaw pitcher, as I like to say. He would always go in and then work you out. Go in, work you out.
I'm not going to have any comment on Pedro Martinez being a diehard Yankee fan. I'm going to keep my opinions to myself in case Pedro one day watches this.
You want to keep your Yankee card?
I'm going to keep my Yankee card in my pocket, but I'm a diehard Homer Yankee fan, so I'm going to leave it right there.
Ian Padula.
Ian Padula here. Kevin O'Shea, I'm proud of him right now.
Nothing wrong with that. So am I.
There you go.
Diehard Yankee fan.
Diehard Yankee
yeah?
fan.
Yep.
I was a Giants fan growing up.
San Francisco Giants?
Yeah, knew all the players. I think it's because of Willie Mays. Willie Mays was my guy. So I memorized all the players, Jim Rayhart, Willie McCovey. Nobody that's listening to this even knows who they are.
You're absolutely correct.
But there goes.
He's going.
There he
Picked
goes.
a good pitch to run on.
It's a good job by Andrew. 2 stolen bases here.
Yeah, he did a real nice job of. You should see him just break. I mean, great jump.
Tough pitch to throw on for Larry.
Oh, yeah.
Three one to Padula.
My weirdo function the other night, people were talking about fans like we were, and they found out that I was a Yankees and a Cowboys fan forever.
Yeah.
And I said, the difference between me and you guys is you get off the bus at every stop. They get a 4-game winning streak, you're on the bus.
I know.
Get a 3-game losing streak, you're off the bus.
I'm strange too. You think growing up where I did here that I would be Yankees or Mets or Phillies, and it was the Giants because my father told me stories about Willie Mays and saw him play at the Polo Grounds, and that became like my idol. One more hitter, Q.
Oh, got the meeting of the minds out there.
Yep. And we have Drew Montgomery up.
And you got first and third, right?
First and third, 2 out. Be interesting to see what Ian does at first base here. And with a good hitter at the plate. Let's see if Kevin challenges him here early in the count.
Let's see if Drew makes an adjustment, right? He showed bat speed in his first at bat, but he was out front and hit it off the end of the bat, hit that dribbler. So now he's got another bat. Will he just wait a little, maybe think middle of the field? Because he's got some pop.
There goes the runner.
Oh, boy.
Nobody covering.
Everybody was so far spread out. How many outs are there?
2. We got a count here.
Believe it. That might have been a strike there. I'm thinking 1-1.
1-1 to Drew. Second and third, 2 out. 2-1. Drew's really done a nice job though with his body.
He worked hard.
Yeah, he did.
2-1. He should get a fastball here. Let's see. Might be a wood shot. Off the end again, but it's going to be a thing.
Oh,
Is
nice
that Michael
job.
Diver?
That's Michael Diver.
He loves to do that.
Michael Diver.
I think his knee plugged into the ground. I hope he's all right.
There's
Hey, get another look at it here.
Got a little bit of
Drew pulled his head off a little bit again.
Yeah, because he kind of
Yep.
hit it right around.
Yeah, a little bit of slippage, but
Now that's the kind of transition I want to see with the fielders.
oh
Right.
man, it was like
They
was
were
like a
out.
magic trick. I looked down as soon as I looked up, it was the replay is set for probably about 8 seconds. They're already on the field.
You'd think now that it would always be that because you got time limits on
limits,
every
yeah.
game.
Oh,
You might get
absolutely.
4.5 innings in anymore.
Yeah,
What is that? What kind of game is that when you play
Yeah.
4.5 innings?
It's the worst.
That's-
Hour 50 minutes.
yeah. When you're playing against the clock at this level, that's
You
terrible.
travel to the game, you stretch, you throw, you run sprints, you play the game, and some guys get 1 at bat. It's just something's wrong.
It takes one bad inning. And what I love about it is, like, the pitcher will go out there and I'll say to the umpire, hey, how many pitches do you want to give him? He's like, he's thrown 11. Let's just play. Let's play. It gets very frustrating because one bad inning and you're done. You're playing 4 innings, and that's the whole thing. It's got to be a crisp baseball game.
That's correct.
And, yeah, do we care about the result? Of course, we're trying to compete and win. But at the end of the day, we want to play the 7 innings because we need these guys to play, and we got a lot of pitchers,
That's how they develop. So we're stealing that from
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. So this is Lenny Masucci on the mound now. Like I said earlier today, plays outfield now. Came here as an infielder and now is transitioned into a pitcher. Great kid, bright kid. Always smiling, always gives you everything you got. Always cheering for Lenny Masucci.
But if you want to, get my number off Doug. I'd be more than willing to come up and observe.
Oh, we'd love for
I'm
you to
in,
do
I'm
that.
in it for the same reason as you guys are for the kids.
Absolutely.
I mean, he knows that.
Oh, 100%.
No, we would love to do that.
Coach is constantly reaching out, wants to know where we're going next and who can he talk to and who can he help.
I'll have to talk to my partner, Dave, to make sure that happens. Not Bobby Gallagher. I got to go find Dave.
I was trying to remember if Bobby
I've
Gallagher
been
is in your age bracket or not. Because he played for the Phillies. He played Pennsville.
Do you remember Dirty Al Gallagher?
Yeah.
I played for him.
Did you?
That was in Double A. Everybody thought he was my father, and that was why I was on the team.
Oh, jeez.
That guy, whew, he was a giant back in the day.
Yeah.
Broke his back. He broke his back head first in the home plate.
Oh.
Jesus, it's terrible.
That's not good.
My son actually broke a lower 5 vertebrae sliding into home plate.
Really?
Yeah. Couple
That's why
years
I really,
back.
That's why I really dislike sliding head first.
Into home specifically,
Especially
right?
at home,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
This
For
is Michael
sure.
Miola and Lenny Masucci. Michael Miola, we screwed that up last time. He was probably happy we screwed it up because of the result. But here he goes. Boy, that's
Atta
going
boy,
to
good
sit.
bounce
He's
back.
like, yeah, I'll show you.
Little single in the
sit.
center
That's
field.
gonna
That's a nice job. Good bounce back at bat.
There we go.
Because if you're a good enough receiver and you see that guy sliding head first at home plate, just sit and squat.
Yeah.
He's not going to get there.
Scares me. I coached third at Mercer, as you know, for 3
Yeah.
years, and I remember a guy that could fly coming around third, and he went head first, and it scared me. And I actually got into him a little bit. I said, I don't ever want to see you do that again.
Too many things can go wrong real quick.
I believe this is Marcus Outram, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And Marcus, didn't he
Doug's
got
all over
base
you.
hit last
Doug's
time?
not messing that up.
Yeah, I'm not
again.
messing that one up again.
Doug's all over you, Bobby Gallagher.
I think
His
Mike's
shirt's
gonna
coming
run.
in.
Yeah.
There he goes.
There goes the runner. Great jump.
Yep, very
Great
good, yep.
jump.
Nice throw by
And a,
Butera.
and a very good throw. With the jump he had?
Michael looks like he can run, and I would like to see him now try to pick a pitch and take third.
Yep.
Just show what you got.
Just work on a good secondary, land on your right foot, and just let her go.
Yeah, 2-1. Let's see what he does out there at second base. This is a good count to potentially go on here. Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Good pitch by Masucci.
all right.
Pitcher's
Good
pitch.
job.
Attaboy.
Good job.
I'd love to see
Go to the ump cam. Show that now.
Marcus just make an attempt to go behind him right here. Right side.
Oh,
Not a terrible attempt there.
ah.
Love to see that. I just would
He-
love to see the
He
job
kept the
done.
hands inside on that swing and tried to put it out there.
Yeah.
Just wasn't patient enough.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too.
There
Runner
you go.
goes.
Well
Oh.
done.
Look at
I
this.
love
It's a
that.
nice job.
That'll work.
Hey.
That'll work. That's,
Marcus
that's
gets
pretty
the
good
job
baseball.
done.
Pretty
Beautiful.
Good baseball.
It's a nice job.
See the replay here real quick.
Never stopped, right?
Like to see
Nope.
the entire
No
dugout get
hesitation.
up.
No hesitation.
No, and then he
Whole dugout should meet him and high five him for that. Just get the job done.
Yep. Hitting behind the runner, moving the runner. That's a lost art in baseball, too. It kills me watching MLB games, and that never happens.
Luke Foley.
oh
Foley thought he was throwing a grenade up there. Falling out of his shoes.
Stay in there, bud.
Come on, Luke.
Stay in there.
Infield's up.
I like that, Dave. We're cutting it off. Dave, you know what's great about today? We win.
that's true.
We win, Dave.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of that one.
A couple years ago, our 16U Elite and 16U
Oh,
Select
no.
played in a semifinal in ECTB. And it was a great game. It was a fun game. And the 16s actually ended up winning the whole thing, but they beat us on their way to the final. And it was fun. I said, guys, either way, I won.
Yeah.
I called Dave on the way home. I get home a couple hours early, but Dave and I win. And, it was just fun. We actually gave him 2 guys that didn't pitch that day for us and told them to stay, and they pitched the championship game.
That's great. Teamwork at its best.
Absolutely. Where'd our partner go today? He got out of here early. I didn't forget to say goodbye to him.
Yeah, grandson's second birthday.
Oh, all right.
So,
Good.
that'll
Good
get
job.
through. That'll
Good job
play.
by Foley
Yep.
hitting through there with the infield in.
I felt like Jim Nance right there. That'll play.
One too many curveballs, right?
Man, RBI baseball.
He let us down. He had his hoagie and he left.
Yeah, well, there's one thing he doesn't miss, and that's meals.
Meals.
You had a headache, right?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Allergy season. Plus, we've been on the road quite a bit as of late.
Michael Diver.
Stay
Good
in
job.
there.
Good jump.
Yep. Good job. Good read. Good read by Foley.
Diver, who made that, he's got a nice stain on his knee from grass. And
Yes,
when
he does.
He plugged like a
Mikey Diver. Gotta love Mikey Diver.
golf ball wedge.
I was happy just to see Mikey be aggressive and hit that line drive. I want to continue to see him. That's all we're talking about. I know he's been hitting with Coach Cody in the offseason, and I know they're putting in a lot of work. So Mikey will come out here aggressive and hopefully have a great year and start to, progress. But he's a very good defensive outfielder, so once he puts this hitting together here, he's going to definitely be someone to definitely take a look at.
Well, good opportunity here. Lots of room down the left field line right now.
Yes, there is.
Lots of room down the left field. Actually, both lines.
Like a peck.
They're trying to. They know he shops at the Gap apparently.
Who's positioning those outfielders, Dave, right now? There's a lot of holes out there. A good, nice patient at bat by Mikey.
Last hitter here.
Got Elijah Sharp stepping in.
Elijah Sharp.
Back again.
Guy's built like a tank.
He really is.
You're only freshman.
Phew, he don't look like a freshman.
No.
The size of this guy. I got to adjust the frame over there by the camera. He's so big. Good hustle.
Looking for a big 2-out hit here. Or is it 1 out? Oh, well, we're ending it after this hitter anyway, right?
Right.
So it's kind of like
Yeah.
a 2-out situation anyway.
Well, I'll tell you, if he gets anything middle out, he can go oppo real easy. Just by the way he swings.
I'm taking a guess we're going to get to see the wheels of Divers out there at second base on this hit.
Yeah, he can run a little bit.
Well, we're going to stay on him.
All right.
This ball's going on in play. We'll try to stay on him here.
I just like his approach today. I see Mikey being very aggressive. And
Yeah.
That's very nice to see. Growing as a player here over the years.
Yeah, that was nice, even with the knee plant in right field. I mean, that was,
His imprint's still out there.
Ooh, he don't want to walk.
Good healthy
Okay.
cut right there.
Yeah.
He does not want to walk, Elijah.
No,
he
sir.
doesn't. That was aimed at that White House out there.
Lift it up.
Yep.
All right, they're going to switch the inning now.
All right, so we will switch sides and we will just step aside for a brief moment here.
Yep.
We'll be back with Sportika Gallagher. All right, welcome back to Holbrook Little League Field. Again, the 16 and 17U select squads for Sportika Gallagher. BFA Sports, Doug Stasic joined alongside the legendary coach Tom Ryder. And, of course, legendary Dave Gallagher.
What have you
Like
done
a lot
today?
of legendaries.
What have I done?
Today? We went for 5-3.
Yeah, you know, it's I guess as the sun fades, you know,
Yeah.
we got more room in the booth.
We got Andrew Plummer on the mound now, and Lenny Masucci at the plate.
He's a pretty big boy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Larry Casey's back behind the plate.
First pitch swing.
I didn't make it to the house.
No,
Not
I didn't
quite.
make
they
it to the
saved
yard.
that one.
But they really get upset about the balls going over there?
I guess it happens a lot, you know, and we're so close. So I don't think they have a dog.
No,
You just got to
the old
pick your
sand
spot
line,
when
you
you're
know?
going to, you know, jump the fence, get the ball thrown back in, and get over
I
there.
really thought when you said the balls are going over, they were Taj Mahal's back there or something.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man, Plummer off to a
Yeah.
nice start here. Again, kind of with the David Wells type of build. You know, Wells was the lefty, but
From the other side, yeah. He was a character.
maybe old C.C. Sabathia, you
He
Yankee
was a
guys.
character.
I can see
Easy
him.
with that. Easy with that.
He's
Whoop. Got away from him.
tell you, it ended up being a beautiful day, Coach.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm glad we got it in.
You know, we were talking at the beginning of the week, and sometimes I know when you're the guy running the show, you can take a little bit of heat, but the whole game plan was to put these kids in a position that they could do their stuff best of their ability with the best, you know, ideal conditions. And it's about a 20-degree difference, not to mention all the rain and the great job that one of your parents has done to the field over here.
This is Ryland Fegan at the plate. Yeah, Friday morning it was not looking good.
No.
Because the weather forecast was that we were possibly going to get a little bit of snow, but I think it all happened
Right.
very early a.m. and sun came out, a little bit of a breeze, but that darn sod.
Oh, no. Jam shot.
Good hustle down the line, good play.
Yes, it was.
That was Carmine Miola at short. I'm getting that right. I'm getting it right
There
now.
you go.
Took a while. Orange shirt is Carmine, blue shirt Mike.
Yeah, Mom was very proud. I saw her snapping some shots, I believe it was earlier, as things
yeah.
were starting today.
Well, the catcher Butera's up. 2 outs.
Oh. Oh, tough hop there.
Tough as it was.
Kind of that in-between hop where you're just, you know that it's not exactly a missile, but you're going to have to get there and make a throw, so you kind of rush sometimes.
That's a young guy down there, too, I mean.
Drew.
Yeah, Sharp stayed down on the ball, though, which is what you want to see.
Catcher.
The old running for the catcher.
Hate to do it. I think Joe wants to run the bases, but I want to be able to keep a pace and let him
Yeah.
get behind the plate. He was probably thinking of stealing second right there.
Yes, he was.
Right now, so far.
Talk about mound presence. Look at that presence.
Yes. So he was walking up to the plate with the bases loaded when we rolled over the inning
Yep.
too. Whoops. Stay there. Sorry about that into the mic.
No, you're
That's
good.
all right. That's good.
Evan hit. Yeah. 1-0. Give you a chance to hit. Am I shouting into the mic like
No,
that?
Nah,
you're good.
Now you're good.
You're good.
I wasn't.
We did forewarn everybody that's it's
That
when
may
we say
happen.
live, it's very, very live, and hopefully not as many people are listening on the beginning of the second stream as there were at the beginning of the first.
that wasn't nearly as bad as the pounding on the pipe.
Yes.
That was bad.
Yeah, I was looking for some fudge at the beginning of the first broadcast, trying to move some cameras around. Hopefully my mom wasn't listening.
I'm going to send it to her.
Again, coach's angle here, so get a chance to check out the runners and Plummer being able to manage the run game here as well.
Evan's head's pulling off just a little bit.
Yes,
Let's see
it
if
is.
he can
Yep.
make an adjustment here with 2 strikes maybe.
Favorable call by Coach Q. Man, Coach, what a setup, though, huh? We're in the press box, man. Runner goes.
He rung him up on that.
Yes, he did.
All right, on and off the field.
Yeah, we're in the press box.
Yeah, no, a bird's eye view up here.
Can't see the catcher though. Can't see that guy down there.
Nah, well, I can. You just maybe need a little bit more of a step stool. What do you think?
Okay.
Well, we were
Do
talking.
you realize in today's society? Do you realize that's all the abuse in today's society? Do you realize that?
Well, we were talking about the angles, and since we all have an affection for catchers specifically, like I can't wait because, Coach, I know because of the weather we had to make some adjustments in the schedule, so we're going to be pushing back the younger guys until like
Right.
August or September. But when we come back, I'm already seeing a spot up here that I'm going to mount a camera.
Yes, you already told
So
me.
I can see
mean,
that,
you
yeah.
you see that angle right there.
Yes, I do.
So that's something to look forward to on our next voyage here with Gallagher Baseball.
Don't forget the pocket radar when we go. That we
Yeah.
never used.
Yeah. Well, again, that was with intent, and I know
That was
Coach.
good. No, that's a good choice.
Yeah, and I don't know that Coach actually spoke to that. I know we did in Game 1, but being that it is the first outing of the season, both literally and figuratively outside for these guys, decided to take a little bit of the data points and stick them to the side for today so we can focus on, good fundamentals.
You know what that pocket radar reminds me of? These kids out here, they see a pocket radar, they all want to throw 95.
Right.
When I first got my license, when the sign said 50, I wanted to go 70.
Okay, that's a good call. I like the way you're thinking of that. So we got a new arm here on the mound, Coach.
Blaze Masterson. Now, Blaze, we said, probably could be able to run, right? But maybe Blaze describes
able
his fastball.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew Conderso. So now Joe Butera, who he took out so he could get his gear on as a catcher, is not catching. He hates me right now. So Andrew Conderso is behind the plate.
That's a phone call.
Christian Zabaka is now third base. And I think
Not too bad.
And the game plan is today is kind of this scrimmage goes along. We're trying to work in as many arms as possible. Let's get a shot of the catcher going down the second base. Nice hose.
A little bit of tail on it.
Yeah.
He knew where to start it though.
Yeah. Meeting of the minds and a great branding again by Coach Gallagher and his crew.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the shot. You just
nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Almost as if we planned that.
a lot of strategy behind it. You guys have
We just
seen a lot of our work, apparently. You know the angles now.
We just have to upgrade the red.
Yeah.
Gallagher. Have to
Yeah.
upgrade the red.
All right, this is Kevin O'Shea at the plate. And Blaze on the mound.
I'll tell you what, that's a baseball name though.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's a baseball name.
And a guy that should wear high stirrups, and he is.
Hard to believe how much the game has changed, right? I remember wearing sanitary socks underneath stirrups.
Yeah.
What kids now would say, what the heck are they?
I know.
I can remember as a kid coming up and actually, having to wear those stirrups as a short kid. I swear I can remember at least once tripping over my own cleats because I just scoot out of the back of those cleats.
Man, I remember my first job as an assistant baseball coach, the head coach showing kids how to put on their pants and tuck on and blouse them.
Oh, nice.
Came back from 3-0.
Yes, he did, yeah.
That's my cord. Big man Plummer. He's all over the field today, right?
Yeah, he's like Visa. Yep. He's everywhere you want to be.
It's a good job.
Huh? Andrew Plummer on the mound last inning, and now he's at the plate. Blaze Masterson throwing to him. Well, here you got a 2-0 count. You'd like to see him, see if he can get out front on one.
Yeah,
Plummer.
again, if he comes inside and he turns on it here. Oh, that's going to be trouble.
That is trouble. That is trouble.
He picked the right spot to put it.
Yes, he did.
It's funny, a little bit of shadows over there in the right field corner. I know that's hard for our crew to pick that one up.
A little bit of shadows, some extra people.
Yeah.
Whole lot going on down there.
Yeah.
Larry Casey coming up to plate. Carmine Miola in the run the bases a little bit. And there he goes. He didn't wait.
Keep going, keep going. I should have kept going right away.
Like the aggressiveness on the bases.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good work. And the funny thing was, I guess he was subbing in just so he would have an opportunity to try to steal a base because I saw him take Plummer out.
Well, his brother stole one. He can't let him. He can't go home and let his brother.
100%.
He wants to try third too.
I remember you telling the story of, you were pretty pumped up about having a good game, but there's no way you'd ever bring it up yourself, and finally your brother actually bailed you out.
You remember that?
I do remember that story.
Yeah, but do you remember how it ended?
Yeah.
He asked me, "Didn't you have a game?" And I said, "Yeah." I was so happy he asked. He said, "How did you do?" I said, I think I had 3 hits, but I had a home run. And then he said, it probably wasn't a fence. And there wasn't. It was just a single that kept rolling.
Kept rolling. Yep.
Well, why couldn't they give me that little bit of
that's brotherly love at its best right there.
The entire family piled on.
Of course.
Thought it was going to be a good moment. Turned out to be a bad moment. Boy, Carmine's thinking about it.
Yeah, he is. Oh, man. I got him on the coach's view split screen there.
Quick pitched him.
Yeah, good move. Nice little chess match ongoing.
A real good play in high school baseball. 3-2, 2 outs. Runner on second base, steal third. Probably get it done almost every time.
Yeah. There he goes.
As much as it's against the unwritten book.
Right. 3-2 breaking ball missed outside.
Yep.
We got Andrew Lee coming up with first and third.
Uh-oh.
We're conference at the mound. He put on first and third play.
Come on, guys, we're on the clock. Want to send an overhead out there? Or, Oh, I don't have it anymore. That's right.
No.
It'll be an iPad.
Yeah, it'll be an iPad.
Sending an iPad out there.
Yeah, you talk about that, the unwritten rule book, and we'll go coach's view again here. There he goes. Trying to cut it. And he
I think Ian didn't get there early enough.
No.
ends up scoring. Listen, I don't mind it. In this environment, go for it. You know, we were talking about that, the unwritten rule book, and I think that one's kind of evolved. Some guys just push that book aside.
There you go with the SAT words again. Evolved.
That's Al with the SAT words. I'm a 2-syllable guy. He's like 4.
Uh-oh.
There it goes.
Good read.
Very good read. Oh,
Did he stick?
you got to work on sliding.
Scorpion?
Coach.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This will be the last hitter. Again, we're trying to keep these pitches down. First time out. Yeah, speaking of unwritten rule, had a guy in front of me, hitting in front of me, steal second base with an 11-run lead.
Oh.
When I was in the minor leagues in Double-A. Darren Dalton was the catcher.
Did you get hit next time, next at bat?
I saw
Next pitch?
Darren Dalton look over at the dugout. His manager nodded his head yes. And I had 2 strikes, so I couldn't just get out of the way. And the pitch came at my head. I ducked, and it hit my thumb and broke my thumb.
Oh.
And then I doubled off the wall. They called it a foul ball. And then I doubled off the right center field wall. And the next day when we were traveling, I realized my
Something's
thumb
wrong.
is killing me.
Right.
And it was broken. But that's an unwritten rule, right? You don't run with an 11-run. And then how about how funny baseball can be is then years later, Darren Dalton is my teammate on the Phillies. And we talked about that. It's a huge story behind it. But
Yeah.
all right. We got another inning going here. This is Noah Oliva starting to warm up. And is he throwing a Plummer?
Yeah, looks that
He's
way.
everywhere.
This guy, he's played all 9 positions
Yep.
today. Was he going to DH too? All right, Coach. Noah continues to get loose. So what do you think so far, though? Some really good fundamental baseball.
Not too bad. I mean, not too bad of a day, really. I mean, well, it's amazing. You can really watch. This is not a negative statement at all. You can really watch the difference between the first game and this game.
Sure.
Because number one, the size of the kids, the physicality and everything, you know.
Yeah, it's the process is real, and just getting these kids outside for the first time in a long time is in itself a big transition.
And just the fact that these guys have really been watching the pitchers every day, how many pitches they throw, how many batters they throw, first time outs, and nobody gets hurt.
Yep.
I mean, most of the things off together on a baseball field, we can fix fundamentals, but we can't fix broken arms and
no.
we can't fix that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't worry about that anymore.
Yeah. No, this is a very tight ship here. Sportika, Gallagher, and it's been really nice to just be back outside. Some of these guys, it feels like forever. After the shutdown and things last year, it's just like this is way overdue.
You know what, too? I mean, he doesn't say much, but he's really humble because he was a very good college baseball player. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I was a head coach at Gloucester when he was a player at Mercer.
Yeah.
Him and Jimmy Mayer.
All right, so it looks like we're getting ready to rock and roll once again.
You got Blaze Masterson's going to lead off the inning.
There you go.
All right, so he goes from the pitching mound to the batter's box.
And that was a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, another really good frame.
Yeah.
Standing tall out there. Whippy.
This would be a big year for him, for Noah in high school. Have some success. That body's filling out. He already grew up. see if that stays in play.
Tough one there. Nope. Just over the backstop.
But not into the yard.
Not into the yard. That's a win for you.
There you go.
More ways than one. Oh, nice breaking pitch.
Yeah, good pitch.
Good throw across the diamond.
Nice play by Carmine Viola.
Yeah, just good first step. Made sure that he had his feet in the right angle to get through the baseball. And
Big first out. Christian Zabaka is coming up.
Plummer trying to do a little bit of extra framing.
Try to steal that one.
Yeah, if there was an umpire behind the plate, he might have got the little bump in the back the old day. Don't be doing that, right, Coach?
Mm-hmm.
But gotta love that he's fighting for his pitcher.
That was twice in a row.
Why not? That's all right.
Christian's played some second and short here for us today. Heads up.
Look out.
I thought that was going to happen a lot sooner today. That
Thank
foul
God.
ball over towards the
It's been a
camera.
long time right at that screen.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, Christian, another guy. I like the attention to detail. You know, because you're talking about a lot of the things, that responsibilities in the middle infield. Ooh. So I just gave him the kiss of death. I knew that was
You
going to
did.
happen. But what I was going to say is, you know, I noticed in between pitches, and you got runners on base. He was naturally just making sure that he was backing up the pitcher, and
Right.
you know, you could see him actually making good first steps based on where the location of the pitch was while he was out there at second base. So
That's some of the things we try to send these kids off to school having an idea of how to play the game properly. And when you talk to college coaches, a lot of them say that that's what's missing a lot is the kids will have athleticism but won't have basic fundamentals, and that takes time. You don't want them to be at that college level without that. This is Christian Yu. Noah's doing a good job so far. 2 quick outs.
Well, I think, like you said when we started out, you were talking about instincts. That's one thing you really can't teach.
Right.
I mean, you can't teach it. I mean, you just learn that and know it, or you just can't turn somebody onto it right away.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, being a good athlete is one thing, but being a good athlete with baseball instincts is another thing.
I always felt that the instincts are in some way tied to passion. If you
Absolutely.
if you love anything, you just listen to it. You retain information.
oh, down the line.
Yep.
Oh,
Let's see if he can turn.
had some eyes. He's going for 2.
Like to see that. Like to see that with 2 outs.
He's in
Get
there.
to second base in scoring position.
See this shot, had eyes, got there just past third base, but no hesitation, stretching that into a double.
J.D. Graziano up now. Chance to drive in a run.
Yep.
I'm kind of laughing though, because a lot of these guys, got to reacquaint themselves with the sliding. We've seen that a little bit today. So it happens. We haven't been outside in over a year.
Yeah.
And like you said, that just goes into passion in the game when you're having your post-game discussion with the players and everything. When you're talking to the outfielders, everybody's looking at you. When you're talking to the infielders, everybody's just not in your particular position.
Right.
Because next week you could be out there in left field.
It's true. I bounced around. I mean, professionally, I had already been moved to the outfield in high school, so I was an outfielder. But played all 3 outfield spots, and then late in my career, first base. After having never played it before in my life.
Pretty good swing right there. Yep.
Right center field gap, and
Yep.
that looks like Larry Casey went from behind the plate to center field and catch running
Nice
it down
catch
the
there,
gap.
Yep. And probably one of the hardest positions to talk to kid playing another position is a catcher.
Right.
I mean, that kid, that's what he wants to do for his whole life.
Yeah.
You got to go to third base. Now I don't want to do it. I want to play here.
Yeah. That's a certain
I mean,
mentality, right?
That's absolutely.
Well, wasting no time. Pitcher he's ready to go.
Well, that's even like
Cuff
every time
comes right back out.
And I commend you for this every time you talk about pitching. You say that's not your forte. You got to be a special person to teach that too.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's a lot of idiosyncrasies that you can mess up in a heartbeat.
There's, I think when you watch something your whole life, I watched from a different perspective. I watched from a hitter's perspective, not a mechanical breakdown of a pitcher. So I guess, and I've thought about this a lot, how do you recognize off speed, change-ups especially? I think the word is caution. I'm not sure that you actually see a change-up, but if you see something different, so if they don't have the same arm speed as they do on their fastball, it makes you cautious, and caution makes you wait. But that's the importance from a pitcher to make sure that all looks the same, and it's the grip that slows down the pitch. It's nothing else. And so if I talk to a pitcher, that's how I want to talk to a pitcher. I want to give him the hitter's perspective. Now, a pitching coach and a lot of catching guys have really good eyes because that's what you received from pitchers. You may see the mechanical breakdown. I just don't. I see obvious things, but I do not see the subtleties. But with hitting, typically I can see one swing, and it's almost like the old Kodak cameras that somebody gave me a still shot and let me study it. I see it whether it's the feet or the head or anything in between, all in one swing. And most of that is probably because I did it for myself for so long. I had to pay attention out of fear of not having a job, I guess.
Yeah, that's a little bit different. When you're trying to put food on the table, it's,
Right.
Attention to detail. It's amazing how sharp the mind can certainly become on what your priorities need to be.
And how hard you want to work
Yeah.
on fixing things.
Yep.
All right, we have Brendan Lavalley on the mound. He's got enough Sportika gear. He's a new guy in our organization, but he's got Sportika shirt he's sporting.
He's good. His stuff came in.
And this looks like Noah Leva leading off, I believe. Said this a lot, but pretty decent lanky body out of Brendan. He's got a lot of room to put on another 15, 20 pounds before he goes off to college.
A little bit high.
I notice even thinking way back in the day in high school, guys that came straight over the top, their ball up in the zone seemed to have life.
Yeah.
And hard to lay off. It doesn't always have to be 94 miles an hour. It can be 80 miles an hour, but if it's got tight backspin and it's up in the zone, it's just an easy pitch to chase and pop up.
Yeah, we talk about late life all the time.
Yep.
Well struck
nice
by
shot.
Noah.
That one's going down to the corner.
Masucci, good job of cutting that off.
Yes, he did.
And a
Did
strong
good job.
throw in.
Wow.
Held him to a single.
Yeah, he roped that one. You see it go back into the left field corner hole there.
Here's Carmine Miola. Glad to see these guys getting a few at-bats now. Each of them a good opportunity for all of them.
Well, we talked about that too. Like now you're going to be in an environment that I feel a little bit more comfortable. Now it maybe starts to sway back a little bit more towards the middle as far as advantage between the pitcher and the hitter.
Right, right.
These guys would be raring to go, though, for our high school seasons, it appears, though. I'll tell you that.
It's a good point, right? Just to get out on the field.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe they start next week, right?
Let's see,
For the
April,
tryouts.
Pretty
something,
close,
April.
yeah.
I forgot what
For the
it was,
tryouts,
April,
Tryouts, yeah. Beginning, I think most of us think it was April 1st.
Yeah.
And that was another thing, Coach. We're trying to get this in, and we're waiting on the weather and waiting on the weather. I know you were like a kid waiting for Christmas to get out here.
I'm so happy right now. I really am. I'm happy that we got these 2 games in. Wish we could have gotten the 15s in, but we'll make that up to them.
Yeah.
And we'll run the parents. I had met with the parents last week about just the whole recruiting process, and they've pretty much across the board have said that they want to do more events, more live stream events. They see the value in it.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Oh yeah, no, this thing has changed, and we've been very humbled to be a small part of it. And you and I had talked, and I guess you want to tell me who this batter is real quick, Coach.
This is David Olenshaw.
Oh, Big Dave again.
Yeah.
Can't forget this guy. Like we had talked a little bit about, we'll call it strategy, right? So we had connected together, and I felt it was real important that from our end, we didn't want to do kind of just like a one-off event, but we wanted to really get to know these kids on a whole different level and get to be able to tell their story with you guys. And that's huge. We talk to a lot of college coaches, and they ask us for a lot of follow-up. It's, hey, I saw this kid. Do you happen to have more video? Or do you happen to have a contact for the coach? A lot of times, like even today, I got 3 or 4 messages already and said, you guys are at the right place, was one of my favorite ones. Sportika Gallagher, they understand what we're looking for.
That's good. Good communication.
Nice job there.
That was a good job right there, yep.
But yeah, so that's why we're looking forward to it, because again, it's now more of a process and be able to help play a role in telling the story. And as we like to say, you're almost creating a resume of sorts. So some of these guys, the younger guys especially, to be able to showcase what they're able to do, freshman, sophomore, and then they get a little bit older. And of course, going through the high school season is going to pay these guys a lot of dividends just for the reps, if nothing else.
I agree. Michael Miola now, Carmine's twin.
Well, not just that. You can use these tapes and everything, or to practice with too. Now you can show the kids, hey, you're having trouble catching this ground ball. Do you know why? You didn't get a good prep step. You could talk to them all the time about it, but when you show them, because kids are visual learners today.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day when you played and I started out coaching, you just did what you were told because that's what you were told to do.
Right. Let's see. It's going to take a good play to get him.
Yes, sir.
That's a
And
pretty
he
good
did.
play. That's a
That is
pretty
a
good
nice
play,
play.
yeah.
I
You
think
remember, Ian was the player who made the play in the hole from second base.
Yeah.
Showed some range from second. Did
Oh, we
360.
got another look at it right here.
Yep.
And then he did another one.
Look at
another
this.
range
Great
finder.
footwork.
So he's having a heck of a day defensively, Ian.
So that means one of his strong points is the glove side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Coach, we're talking about just how you're beaming with pride, and you're so happy for these kids because they've been putting the work in. They've had the game kind of held back from them for so long, and then to see a lot of them where it's just like, hey, we don't have a lot of opportunities before the season starts, so do your best, make the most of it, and they really have.
I gathered the kids after the first game, and I just said, really proud of you because, look, not every single player is going to walk away feeling like they, made a positive difference. But the fact of just from the very first thing we did, which was the outfielders throwing, they collected themselves under control, made good throws. They gave themselves a good opportunity. Pitchers threw well. Hitters started to come on at the end. And, it's all we can really do, right?
Yeah.
It's like with parents, all they can do is get the equipment, put them in a situation where they can have success, get them the training. And for us as coaches and you guys, what you're doing now, all we can really do is provide these opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
And then the bottom line is they have to perform to some level to grab a spot on a roster at a college. And, we can give everything we can, but they're going to have to actually do it. They're going to have to do it, and they have to show some kind of consistency.
Yeah, and you talk about the opportunities, and it's when it carries through and you pull through, and some of the guys that we've run into, and it was interesting because even some of the kids I wasn't aware were part of your program when I first encountered them, and then they would we would come up and I would say, hey, you had a great day today. We would see them in some other place, and
Right.
I look at the roster, I'm like, oh, it's like you play for Coach Gallagher over there, huh?
Right.
And he's like, oh yeah, it's like Reese Maroney was a kid I
Yeah.
just admired him from the first time I seen him. We walked in the door and just the way he kind of handled business, and it just kind of plays out time and time again. So
But he's a perfect example. I felt great when I saw him drive that ball through the right center field gap because he's a good player. So sometimes fate, right? Like you can come to an event here, not have a ground ball hit to you.
Yeah.
That's chance, right?
Yep.
And then maybe a walk and you hit a ground ball at somebody, and you can finish an event and not have anybody on you.
Yeah.
That's just life,
It
right?
is.
And certainly this isn't always fair. Nothing's fair about the game. And that's why I felt so good that a lot of guys had the opportunity and then took advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's lucky. I never thought
No.
it was lucky. I think sometimes you got to just do it when it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And again, I'll say there's nothing fair about it.
Yep.
Ryan Koff stepping up to the plate, and Elijah Sharp on the mound, our freshman.
Yeah, Sharp showing some versatility to freshman. Another guy. Seems like everywhere we look, he's playing another position.
A pretty good start for him.
Wasn't
To a
bad.
strike.
Fill that up. Fill the zone up.
Glad we were able to push this back to today. Originally, we had scheduled it for yesterday, and I just don't think we could have gotten it in. If we did, it wouldn't have been fair to the kids. It was too sloppy. Coming up with a wet ball when you're doing that extended infield work and outfield work wouldn't be fair. And Doug, like you said, this is just stockpiling onto their link, the Sportika Gallagher baseball link, because this is just taking footage and adding to it.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And again, you see, you guys kind of have a channel within our channel, and coaches can easily go back there and pull it back. And the more that we do get from a video standpoint, it starts to get divided up by class, so that it's real easy to find them. Coaches like, hey, I'm still looking for a 23, outfielder. Okay, great. Boom, go there. You're able to pull 23s and see a lot of them.
Imagine, let's see, this is March, so you got April, May, June, July, right? So really, in about 5 months, we'll see these kids again.
Oh, night and day.
With all those games that they got under their belt.
Oh, yeah.
What will they look like?
Oh, it's great. It's going to be a transformation because you're going to be able to show the growth. You're going to be able to show the projectability, and that's something I think it's important for the parents to embrace too. And I know, being a parent who just went through the recruitment process a couple times, sometimes you get a little hyped up in the moment, and it's just like, hey, Jimmy didn't have a great day today. Well, it doesn't matter because that was one day in a grand scheme of things. But we talk about projectability, so it's not so much of how hard did you hit the ball, but it's like, well, what did your swing look like? What was your pitch selection like? Like, those are the things that build up to a better day than you think. But when we get a chance to see them 5, 6 months down the road, coaches get a chance to go back, and it's like, oh, wow, look at you. You matured. Oh, look what you do now versus what you had done. Or, hey, you know what? You may think you're an infielder, but I kind of see you as an outfielder.
Yes.
So, what does that look like?
This is Brendan Lavallee right here. Brendan, who pitched last inning. We got a couple more pitchers left, and that'll wrap up the day, I believe. The bullpen's looking a little dry down there.
And then some of these kids, it's a shame that they think they go to these programs, and they think the college coach, whoever's watching, they want to see them going 4 for 4, 3 for 3. That's not what they're watching.
Right.
Now, one of the things for me that's always a big takeaway in terms of what it is we do, and oh, nice, good jump.
Attaboy. Good read.
Is the playbacks, right? And the playbacks in terms of things that kind of happen as the event goes on, or even a couple of days after the event. And so you'd be thinking, they like today.
Right.
Right? You got March Madness that's going on, and more importantly, you got college coaches that are coaching doubleheaders today. Right?
And you're leaving one really important thing out. My mother-in-law's corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah. But even in a day like today, with the coaches now that we know send us the notes and they're following along and they see the alert. So if you subscribe to the channel, you get an alert anytime that we put, live video on or upload new video.
That's awesome.
Already 1,000 views between today's two events so far. 1,000 views. And we're not CBS last I checked.
But you were telling me that the subscribers, did you say they get, how often do they get it? I know the day of.
Yes.
I think, is it a week before, a day before also?
It can be as soon as I actually post it. So if I post, hey, we're going to be out here at Sportika Gallagher, next Thursday, they'll actually get an alert that says, hey, we're going to be there Thursday. And then 15 minutes before the event happens, they'll get another alert on their phone.
That's helpful.
Yeah. So that's why we kind of wear that balance. We don't try to schedule it too early because a lot of people can have a tendency to forget, but we know they're still going to get the reminder anyway.
This is Andrew Condurso hitting now. Probably give Elijah one more hitter. He's done a lot already today, playing different positions.
Yeah, he's
no sense in going much more than that.
He's getting it in, but again, youngest guy out here, so
Yep.
talk about projectability. It's exactly what it is we're looking for, right? So keep pounding the zone. I mean, he's flooding the zone with strikes, which is
Yes,
good.
he is. Yep.
And more importantly, it's like, his presence and his temperament that's out on the mound. Nothing really seems to be phasing him. I don't know that I want to play poker against the kid.
He's on the field with, pretty much everybody's older than him. He's kind of hanging in there, so good for him. Might be the right spot. That's the one play.
That's the one play, yeah, man.
That's it.
All right, so Carrell looks like he might be the last batter of this frame.
Yes.
And
he's shown a lot of athleticism today. Carrell.
He's
now he's up at the bases loaded, chance to do his thing.
He's shredded, like some of my favorite cereal. Shredded, yeah, some shredded wheat. Look at this kid. I guess that's a medium T-shirt he's wearing because he's really kind of grown into
it's like
it.
them 4XLs you bought for.
Yeah.
I still have my high school game shirt. They retired it, and I have it in it's in a frame, right?
Okay.
I look at that thing right now. If I tried to put that on,
It's not going to work.
I wouldn't get it over my neck. I couldn't put it on. That was number one. I'm looking at,
Carrell's got
his
those.
shirt.
Well, Carrell's got those Popeye forearms that you like to see in a baseball player.
He moves too. He can run. But you were talking about the link. I can't tell you, of all the parents that we have, when they know these games are going on,
Yeah.
we can't get that link to them quick enough.
Oh, I'm
you were
aware.
at an event yesterday, and I kept texting you.
Yeah.
Do you have that link yet?
Yeah, we were down in Baltimore yesterday, and you were right. I mean, I was usually have that link out about 2 days beforehand, but I try to be mindful, truth be told, if there's multiple baseball events that are going on, I try to give everybody the stage, I guess if you could call it that.
Yeah, of course.
So we had the little guys yesterday, a little bit different, right? So it wasn't so much about anything obviously showcased, but it was more of a keepsake. So coach just called me down there in Maryland and said, hey, can you guys come down to Baltimore? And we did, and it was a riot because it was like 10, 11, and 12-year-olds, but it was definitely a little bit of a different dynamic. But since we are out here at a Little League field, it certainly reminded me as much,
I could imagine that, the parents, just at an event like this, to be able to feel like you're watching your kid on TV, basically.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And sit down and watch it with your family.
Yeah, it's a keepsake. I got to tell you, we haven't been doing this that long, truth be told. But the emails that I get from these players, and there was one that really grabbed me just towards the end of the summer. A kid who had said his dream, Everett has a dream school. So his dream school is Bloomsburg University, right? So shout out to the guys out of Bloomsburg and Huskies. But that's where he wanted to go. He thought it was a good fit academically, but more importantly, he thought he could fit there from a baseball standpoint. So he was able to let the coaches know, hey, we're going to be on the stream. Coaches reach out. He sends me the email and says, hey, thanks to you. This was like dreaming back. He's like, thanks to you guys, which we all know that's not true. We just happened to have the kid on video, but it was his effort and his hard work. But he had said, I'm getting into my dream school, number one. And the thing that really got me and made the hair stand on my head is like, at some point, I hope to be a father and I can show my kids this video.
That's a great idea.
And it was like, wow.
When we did the pitching event, you may remember that I asked you guys, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I wanted your opinion of would it make sense to do live stream events for our younger kids for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you guys actually have made a point. You were saying for a family, right, to be able to look at it. Maybe you're looking at it. This is when my kid was 9.
Yeah.
Now look, here's another one when he was 13. But also from a teaching standpoint.
Yep.
What you're seeing, how they have developed, or things that they need to work on. Because I was not surprised, but when I talked to those high school parents, I said to them, you guys got a taste of that pitching event. We have 3 more events scheduled. We're probably going to do others. What do you think? All of them were saying, yes, we want to do more events. So I think they see that this is quality, but it's important. So, I got to give that some consideration.
Yeah. Hey, well, listen, we certainly appreciate that. And again, I think yesterday for the younger guys, it open my eyes, because I think initially, Coach, I had told you, I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. But the feedback that we got yesterday was crazy. So I'm gonna take away here as we continue to talk. So who we got? Oh, I can't mess this up.
You can't.
It's the battering ram.
This is it. Marcus Outram. He came to play.
Oh, he turned on one. Might find
Ian all over the field.
Hung up a little bit there.
Boy, good job.
Nice job by the shortstop. Good drop step too. As he got into it.
And this is Carrell on the mound, right? These guys are bouncing around.
Yes, they are.
They're all doing a lot of things. Showing a pretty good arm, too. Luke Foley up at the plate now.
It's funny what you remember with your family with baseball. You remember the corned beef and cabbage and everything.
Yeah.
But I remember from my mother, when I was head coach at Gloucester County College, we were playing in the Region 19 tournament, and it happened to be on Mother's Day. You think she ever let me forget that?
Oh really?
Yeah.
You can't get these games changed? It's Mother's Day.
Man.
That doesn't work that way.
Oh, man, you just brought up again a bad memory.
Yeah.
And never let me forget that.
My mother never saw me play professional ball until she came to a game. I was playing with the Buffalo Bisons, and I was in Reading, PA.
Wow.
Let me see who's this hitting. I'm looking for the dirty knee. It is Michael Diver.
The dirty knee, yeah.
Dirty knee.
Quite the hustle. Well, the hustle play out there in right field.
That's his nickname.
We
man,
got him
Dirty
on.
Knee.
We got him on replay even.
I got so excited when my mother came to watch me play.
Oh.
I wanted to make her proud. Let's see.
Nope.
It's going to be his third out of the inning. And she goes to Reading. First ball hit to me, a line drive, sinking line drive, but a play I should just run in and make. It hits me in the palm of my glove and comes out for an error. It gets worse. I'm embarrassed that my mother's probably thinking, I thought my son was good. He stinks. The next ball, it's the same play with the runner on first. And I do the same thing. I charge it, hits me in the palm of my glove, comes out. But it was such a bad play that the runner on first,
he didn't
he
run.
only went like third of the way, and I was able to pick it up and get him to force. So it didn't count as 2 errors. I don't think I made an error the rest of the season. She never came back to see me play.
Well, listen, sometimes you get to play for your mom. That's that's where you get the jitters.
Isn't it? That's the truth. That's how mental the game can be.
Yeah.
My focus was making my mother proud as opposed to focusing on what I'm supposed to do.
Well, sure, and I think it's a great point for the parents now that are watching and going through the process. It's sometimes they want to get on the kids like, you had a tough game, but sometimes you don't realize that I don't know, maybe it's perceived pressure, but a lot of these kids recognize
it's real pressure.
No, it's real pressure.
Well, because they recognize the sacrifice that parents and families and things that are making for them, and this game. You give up a lot of time and you're doing a lot of traveling and a lot of rides and missed meals and, drop sandwiches in the car, that kind of thing.
And they're old enough to know that time and that commitment and financial commitment. And you're right, it's a lot of pressure that kids put on themselves.
Yeah, I even myself, and I think for me, this is my way of trying to stay involved in the game and giving back. When I was going through with my kids, my youngest one, who was a catcher, man, I was probably brutal on him from a coaching standpoint. And then I finally got to the point where, we were able to just kind of throw our cards on the table.
Right.
And when I kind of stepped back and just talked about anything positive I could extract from the game and let the other stuff go. Because you know what, you realize, they already beat themselves up enough.
Yeah, it's true.
And then he flourished. After that, it was kind of like, hey, man, no matter what, I'm going to be, proud of you, supportive of you, whatever. You think I was any good? That's the other part. For the parents that are listening,
right.
I usually have a pretty good bet. 98% of the time, these kids that are out on the field are 10 times better than their dad was.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I used to do lessons I have a batting cage at my house, and the last night of the lesson, I would let the dads get in there and hit.
Oh, God, that's entertaining.
It was fun because the kids then got to turn the tables on their father.
Yeah.
When they saw how bad most of the dads were hitting, the kids would be off to the side saying, "Hey, Dad, pivot your back foot. Keep your head on it." They start screaming out instructions to their father.
That's great.
All right, Carmine Miola is on the mound, and Ian Padula up at the plate. This looks like it'll be our last pitcher, and I can tell because Coach Paul's got the rake out already.
Oh, boy.
I think I remember hearing you and Al at this one place we went. The players are yelling at, "Let it get deep, let it get deep."
Yeah.
But Al, it didn't make any difference.
Nah.
Uh-oh, the rake's out.
Yeah. Coach wasn't kidding.
The rake is out.
Yeah, they know when this is over, the kids will help. We'll keep the dugouts clean. We'll fix up the field. And then it's corned beef and cabbage.
There you go.
That's good. I like the catcher.
Yeah.
Just taking charge and yelling, call it. And then Luke Foley called it.
Yeah, another one too. You're always the catcher.
He's played a couple of positions today, but that's probably where he belongs.
Yeah, I agree with you. Here's Drew.
And
Drew
I mean that
Montgomery.
from a positive standpoint.
Yeah, of course. Big kid. Andrew Lee is in right field now, and he might be put to use right here. We'll see. Inside. There's our right
I got
fielder.
into that one. Yes, he did.
Did he hit it out? He did.
Oh, Lord.
He hit it out.
He did. Touch them all.
That's what we've been saying.
That was a tough one there as he makes it around the bases.
That's what we've been saying about Drew Montgomery. He's got some bat speed.
My word, does he. Good job by him. Caught us even off guard.
Yes.
Holy cow.
I think I looked good on that by saying Andrew Lee might be put to use. I know you guys are impressed by that.
Yeah, hey. I might be able to pull it back. Yes, I can pull it back.
There's Lenny Masucci.
I don't want to interrupt Lenny's at bat there, but as we were kind of debating it and I was waiting for what happened there with the fence, I was like, I kind of hit the delay on the replay, but I can assure Mr. Montgomery I got one queued up for him after this at bat.
That's got a lot of spin on it.
Yeah,
Foley's there.
Oh,
Not an easy play.
nice
No,
play.
That had all kinds of spin
That
on
was
it.
going every which way. I mean,
All right.
if you put the line on the black taper on that one, you couldn't find it.
Let's see if we can pull it
2
back.
outs, and you got Ryland Fegan.
There you go. There's the
Got it.
replay of Montgomery's launch out there.
Andrew Lee thought he had it measured.
He did, and then he met the fence.
Boom.
Great shot. All right, Coach, and who's our batter here?
Ryland Fegan.
Oh, yes, it is Mr. Fegan.
And if you remember, he had a wooden bat. But
Yeah.
I think on that last at bat,
He just got encouraged to go to back to the BB Corps.
No, I think that wooden bat shattered in the last at bat.
Oh,
I think I saw him pick it up over there in foul territory. It was
not
great.
not a cheap piece of firewood. It's amazing how that is. Not like back when we were kids. Like, hey, give me a wood screw and some tape. I can at least make a good of it for one more at bat or two.
Well, Doug, can you thank for us all the cameramen and all the people that have been here all day long? Because we really appreciate it.
No, hey, 100%. I'm blessed to have such an awesome group of guys and gals that are very passionate about the game and helping kids and take a lot of pride in what they do. So I appreciate that, Coach, and I'll certainly pass that along because I can't tell you enough the sacrifice a lot of these guys make from their own family time to make sure that we're able to get out here and do our part.
Yeah, and it's just good quality stuff.
Well, thank you.
Best I've seen. I'm glad we got a partnership with you.
Heck yeah. Oh!
Made it close. Nice. Ryland can run a little bit.
Oh, I
This
don't
is
know.
Joe Butera.
We could take a second look and see if we can keep the
That was a hard pitch
The
to
umpire.
handle, too, I'll tell you that.
honest here. Good shoot by Plummer. Oh, he was in there. Oh man, that looked like a Coach Q. It's late in the day strike.
Q wants to see that NCAA, I think. Hooked it.
One out of play.
He's raking already.
That might do it.
Popped up the.
Marcus Outram.
There he is, Outram, making it memorable. His last play of the day is in the books. And just like that, as the sun sets and fades, so do today's festivities. So, Coach, you got to be pretty happy that, man. You're smiling ear to ear.
I am smiling. I'm really happy that we got these games in. I'm really happy for the kids. Again, the opportunity. And I, look, it's all worth it for these kids. I can't wait to get out and talk to them and tell them how proud I am. I already did with the first group.
Right.
And I want to thank you guys again in all
No, hey.
seriousness. I mean, I do a lot of joking in here, but
Yeah, we all have a good time with it.
yeah, but this is good for the kids. It's all about that. I mean, the three of us,
Yeah.
unfortunately, our careers are over.
Oh, yeah, and then some.
Unless this is a career.
This could be. This could be.
But
You had a career. I didn't. I guess I did. I don't know.
yeah, but I'm looking forward to just fixing up the field and going home in a great mood. And I'm not kidding you. I was telling somebody earlier, all those years I played in the big leagues, I would get nervous.
Yeah.
But this stuff makes me more nervous.
Yeah,
for them.
but for them. Yeah,
it's
no,
just
it
like
is.
I want the event to work. I want the weather to be good. I want the field to be good, and I want them to have the opportunities. So I feel really good when they get the opportunities, and we have more to come. Coaches, thank you. Anyone who's checking in and watching, I appreciate it. It is all about them, and appreciate everything that you guys do. and we'll have more footage for you down the road.
All right, well, Coach Dave Gallagher, I know you want to get down to the troops, as I can kind of see, and we'll fade it over there. That's what's most important. It looks like they're all in the huddle waiting for some words of wisdom. But, again, thanks for having us. Thanks for letting us be such an awesome part of this, and we can't wait to be back out there with you guys in a couple months once the summer rolls through. So that's about it for now, huh, Coach?
Yes, sir. Right. Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
so much. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. And for Doug Stasic and BFA Sports, my brother from another, Al Fisher, is now at his grandson's 2-year-old birthday party. So that's important. This is the coach, Tom
how's that
Ryder.
working out?
I hope pretty good. He's not too much of a doghouse. But for now, again, thanks for tuning in. And until next time, we can't wait to see you play ball.